What's up, everyone? Yep, it's your being Game Lover 98 here to do a stream to show off my Thomas Home Media collection with tons of friends, good people of friends of mine to do with. So yep, let's get started. I hope you guys are looking forward to this, but I need to address some rules in the live chat. Here we go. Rules: if anyone's screen is making inappropriate background noises, showing inappropriate stuff, spam, commenting, arriving too early, playing copyright music, or any of that other unacceptable BS stuff, I'll have to kick them out of the stream or not allow them in at all. And swearing is technically allowed as long as you guys don't do it too much. And please do not refer to me by my full name, otherwise I'll go nuts. And all that out of the way, let me go and provide the link for the stream, and the link will also be provided in the description as well. Yep, I provided the link a few times. Now let's go ahead and get started. Yes, this will include every format of Thomas episodic and movie releases. This includes the VHS, DVDs, and Blu-rays all in one, because you know this is about showing everything Thomas. So of course we got to start off, of course, with Thomas Gets Tricked. Which I don't know why DVD would have the end credit from the other Thomas Stories VHS, when they could just use the still credits from the original 1990 VHS. But the reasons why is because they stole the intro title card from the 1993 Strain VHS release. Next up, James learns a lesson. And also, just to clarify, guys, not slide out ones on slip-covered versions of DVDs or Blu-rays. I do have another mysterious James Learns a Lesson copy up there, which I will never grab. I like this original Anchor Bay version better, in my opinion. Next up, here's one of my custom-made DVDs, Tenors and Turntables. Okay, I understand Flick Love Returns. Hello, Mitchell the Go Animator. And everything's going just fine. Just doing so well. Nothing's going wrong at hand. Anyway, here's Thomas Breaks the Rules. Custom-made cover art. Better Late Than Never. Custom artwork version. Now on to Trust Thomas, the very first Thomas Home Media release overall with George Carlin. Yes, it was the peak childhood, the classic era of Thomas and Friends. Yes. Even though the first 5 seasons are considered the golden era of Thomas overall. Yes, we know what's interesting on the Trust Thomas DVD. 5 of the episodes use title cards from the other home media releases just to make the audio better. But the 2 that kept the original ones were Toby's Tightrope and Henry's Forest. Thomas gets bumped. Oh! Everything's going great, K. Croftus 99. Just showing my Thomas Home Media collection of everything I own. Yes, this includes single releases as well as box sets and other variations I will show later on. Down the Next up to Thomas Percy and the Dragon. That's cool. Returns. Some of them I did have as a kid, but and some of them I got secondhand. I do remember getting Thomas the Toy Workshop as a Christmas present back in 2007. I just upgraded some of my childhood copies, but some of the discs will still be from when I was a kid. This Thomas Percy and the Dragon one maybe was when I was still in school, but well, it's the same copy that I had since 2013, but the booklet came from the slimmer case that I got back in 2023. That's what I'm taking as an example, but yeah. Next up, Percy Takes the Plunge, aka the DVD version of Daisy and Other Stories. But like I said, slipcover ones, I will not slide them off. Yeah, I never had Toss Breaks the Rules growing up. But yeah. Next up, we go to James Goes Buzz Buzz. Yeah, it is confusing. But I guess they had to put it there because they didn't want him having the shock face with water on his shocked face. So that's why they put it to make sure he could breathe or something. But anyway, here's James Goes Buzz Buzz. But like I say, yeah, just ask Anchor Bay, aka Lionsgate, who owns Anchor Bay now. But it's okay to show them as long as it's just showing everything Thomas releases in general. But for different distributors, we have to show the appropriate versions that we're showing for whatever topic I'm doing. Basically, Flick Lever Returns. Ah, shit. Didn't mean to do that. I apologize for the language. Anyway, here's Percy's Ghostly Trick Glow in the Dark slipcover from 2008, but the original DVD from 2007 is underneath. And hold on a second, guys. All right, now on to Rusty the Rescue, which I've had this copy on DVD for at least a couple of years. Oh, you're here, Flickle Returns. Hopefully, check around your place. Check to see if anything's not giving me problems the second I add you, just to make sure to be safe. Rusty the Rescue. And hopefully, well, I guess I don't mind if you showed your Thomas Home Media releases, since I've got tons, but you've got plenty of select. Anyway, Rusty the Rescue. Don't know why Rusty has Steam, even though he's a Diesel, not a Steam. Here, I'll do is I'll briefly look at the VHS special letter of the 955. Okay, nothing distracting. Okay, there's nothing around your issues. That's what I'm saying. But I guess I'll try Flickle Returns. But if something goes wrong, I don't know what to say.
Hey,
Flickle Returns. Welcome to this stream where I'm showing my whole Thomas Home Media collection.
oh,
All formats, VHS, DVDs, Blu-rays, and of course extra box set variants of other stuff.
yeah.
So far, yep.
I know you've shown off
Thomas Gets Tricked.
Thomas in the special letter, but
Well, I'm sure I was showing Thomas the special letter. I'm showing off the box from the 95 VHS, which has the actual tape inside. Even if this gets damaged, I don't care. And K-Croftus 99 says hello to you. Says hey to you, Flick Lover 2000.
Oh, hi, K-Croftus 99. How are you doing? I have a DVD copy of James Learns a Lesson from Anchor Bay, but this is a slim case copy.
Yeah, that variant that I would like to get, because I really don't need two thick case copies because it looks identically the same. But anyway, here's the DVD counterpart of Thomas the Special Letter, which maintains the style from the 2002 VHS, but except this one has the new style Hit Entertainment logo.
Yeah, they started using that to replace the older Globe one.
I like the Globe. Yeah, I like the Globe one of Hit Entertainment better. The word, because I actually know how it's like. I like how in the old Globe Hit Entertainment logo, part of the T is like they use some of the Globe to make the I lowercase.
And this is the copy of James Learns a Lesson that I got back in like 2014, 2015, and that's the only Universal reprint of Thomas I have. The other reprints I have are from Lionsgate.
Yeah. And yes, there's no room to put in other stories, but on the original VHS of the Special Letter, they did that. But anyway. Next, I have the DVD copy of Thomas's Friends Help Out, which maintains the style from the 2002 VHS, which I don't need because this looks identical to that VHS print.
And here's my VHS copy of Tenders and Turntables. It incorrectly says Tenders and Turntable.
But on the label in the back, it does say the corrected with the S turntables.
Yes. That's because it's the 2 reprint. The 1990 VHS has it spelled correctly on the front.
On all spines in the front and the back, and also on the glimpse on the back of the 1992 VHS of Tenders and Turntables, they misspelled Toby the Tram Engine as Toby the Train Engine.
I see. I see that. My copy has that as well.
Mine doesn't. On my fan-made artwork, it doesn't.
Yeah. I don't know why Strand Home Video, who made Thomas before Anchor Bay, decided to change the title up or make it incorrect.
Well, in the actual program, the actual corrected tram word is in the title.
Yeah, and of course.
Yep, I'm still on Thomas's Friends Help Out. You should Thomas Breaks the Rules VHS.
Yeah, you see, it's very old. There's a little bit of damage on the case and on the tape as well, because it's very old, and
it's a black tape. Yep, it's a black tape. Yeah, it's a black tape, not a red tape. Red tape versions do exist, but they're rare.
Yes. Unfortunately, mine is just black.
Typical black, because that and Tenors and Turntables were on red cassettes for a limited time when they first came out in 1990, but later on they went to typical black tapes after that.
Here is Better Late Than Never. This is the 1993 VHS version. I know the original VHS version is Thomas in the front instead of Duck.
Well, I guess they put that because Duck is in the main focus of the Duck and Diesel trilogy, and a couple seconds of The Runaway.
Yes, and a bunch of these episodes on there would later be shown on another future release, but this one has Ringo narrating those episodes here.
Yeah, well, except Diesel's Devious Deed, the Ringo US dub is on the Greatest Stories DVD, which you don't have yet.
Yes.
Yep, here's Henry and the Elephant DVD retitled The Gallant Old Engine. And, oh, hello, Miss Angelina Dunina 7451. Nice to see you chatting in the live chat. Well, that's cool. You got 1K subscribers, aka 1,000 subscribers. Congrats on that. Henry and the Elephant. You're showing Trust Thomas your copy.
And it does have a booklet. And my copy of James Learns a Lesson also has a booklet, which I almost dropped the booklet when I opened the case, but I thankfully caught it in time so it didn't fall.
Yeah, luckily the booklet didn't. Well, that is too bad. Someone called Yanka Rupkanita passed away. Well, that's too bad. I don't know what he was famous for. I've never met that famous celebrity in real life.
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't know what to use to tribute that celebrity you were saying in the live chat. I mean,
not only that, but I've also found out that Barry Caldwell, who was an animator for, I think, Animaniacs and Taking the Ring, he also passed away.
Yeah, too bad. Music
composer Ted Nichols, who composed music for Scooby-Doo and the Flintstones, also passed away.
Yeah, too bad. The music composer, rest his soul.
And here's my DVD copy of Thomas Gets Bumped in a slim case. I had this since 2009.
Yep, I could get that slim case of Thomas Gets Bumped if I wanted to. Because, well, even though the DVD reminds me of the 2003 VHS as a kid in a way. But anyway, here's Henry and the Elephant, which I will get the other DVD variant, and of course the two variants that say the original name Gallant Old Engine, because I don't like how I don't want 3 DVD copies rename Henry and the Elephant while the VHS can stay as Gallant Old Engine, because apparently I like that where it said the original title on 2 VHS better of Gallant Old Engine.
Yeah, another similar problem happened with an earlier VHS release. Daisy was renamed as Percy Takes the Plunge, just like Gallant Old Engine is changed to Henry and the Elephant. Yeah,
but anyway, there's your Thomas Priest and the Dragon 2009 Lionsgate release.
Yeah, but these reprints, they have the original 2006 Anchor Bay DVD inside, so...
Yeah, except for some Thomas in the collection. Yep. Henry the Elephant DVD copy, which I will get the Sounds of Soda version and move the regular version to my because I've spare copies of extra releases. Anyway, your copy of Percy Takes the Plunge, aka DVD Retell of Daisy, and sing along in stories.
And this is my DVD. Percy Takes the Plunge.
Yep, here's my DVD copy of Sing Along and Stories. Honestly, what I could do is tape over the word story and just replace it with songs, because it's not supposed to be called Our Story Stops. It's supposed to be called Our Song Tracks. Or I could just replace the word story with the word song, because there's more songs than just 2 stories. Oh, yep, there's your copy of James Goes Buzz Buzz. Yeah, I didn't see yours. Mine has the booklet, which is good. Honestly, I would like to get all variants of Sing Along and Stories on VHS, because it makes sense, because this is a Sing Along release. But anyway, there's your DVD copy of Percy's Ghostly Trick.
Yes, which is the original Anchor Bay print.
Yeah, thank God I didn't get the Lionsgate release of that. Otherwise, I would be so upset. Yeah, I noticed yours. Yeah, I noticed yours in a green case. Yep.
It also has a booklet.
Anyway, here's my fan-made Thomas Meets the Queen artwork. Yep. Yep, I still have to get the VHS of Thomas Meets the Queen, but apparently I'll have to find a new VCR DVD combo recorder, because my VCR is on right now, so I can't watch VHS tapes right now.
And this is my VHS copy of Thomas's Christmas Party that was actually exclusively only on VHS and not on DVD.
Oh, except those George Carlin versions of episodes can be found on DVD releases anyway.
Yes, and this is the original 1994 VHS version from Cute Quality Family Entertainment, which apparently those titles at the top of the case have the QFE logo printed upside down.
It's kind of like how some movies from Columbia Pictures or TriStar Pictures will have the thing printed upside down on early VHSs, but on later ones they fixed it to face it the right way. Yeah. And right here, I have 2 DVD copies of Thomas's Friends Get Along booklet returns. I could tell which one's got the booklet, which one doesn't. This is the one that doesn't have the booklet. Yep, here's the proof. But I have another one that does have the booklet, which I will show. Well, let's look at your Rusty to the Rescue DVD, which is a Lionsgate, unfortunately. But I think it's still, like I said, it plays like the original DVD, which is good.
Yeah, all Lionsgate reprints of the Classic Series DVDs that I have use the original master.
Yeah, anyway, here's my other copy of Thomas's Friends Get Along. I know this one will have the booklet, because you can tell this was one of my friend's copies, but they gave it to me, because even like during that, you know what, second Unthinkable. Not quite yet. I still have to watch that. But anyway, toss a special letter. People are just asking me that question. Have I seen the Super Mario Galaxy? And the answer is no. I haven't even watched it yet. And I don't know my opinions, or not.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, so, well, we're both safe, Flickle Returns, but I don't know why people have been asking me if I've seen it, and the answer is no.
Yeah, maybe they didn't know that you didn't see it, and they just asked because they are curious. I know they're curious, but anyway. But yeah, to answer that question again, K-Croft is 99. No, I haven't seen it, but once I've seen it, I'll tell you if I like it or not. Yes. And here's
that's because I'm trying to be nice, but anyway, there's your disc
of Thomas's special letter. It has no booklet on mine.
Mine does. And like I said, here's proof this Thomas's Friends Get Along has a booklet. So I'm surprised when I did this video back in that what year Flickle Returns, one of my friends, her dad gave me these Thomas DVDs because apparently they didn't want them anymore, along with Spills and Chills, Races, Rescues, and Runaways, and Make Someone Happy. Some of them I got to keep, even maybe that New Friends for Thomas, I don't know, but anyway. Here's Thomas Comes to Breakfast, and there's your Thomas's Friends Help Out DVD copy.
No booklet on mine.
Mine's got the... Yeah, but it is the original release.
Strangely enough, the Grace and Wild and Ghislaine logos are shown at the beginning, even though it has the Hit Entertainment logo on the packaging. And
yeah, the glow disc and on the disc in the booklet. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, here's my DVD copy of Thomas Goes to Breakfast. But I'm sure yours will be the same as mine. But if not, it's a slimmer case.
Oh, it is the same as yours, but it
Okay.
doesn't have the booklet on mine.
Yeah, mine has 3 inserts for Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Start Your Kids on the Right Track sheet with DVD variants on it instead of VHSs. Because, like I said, this DVD of Thomas Goes to Breakfast came out in 2006, because this was the very last year Thomas was on VHS before they went to straight to DVDs for the rest of the time. There's your... Yep, Henry and the Elephant for yours. There's my Thomas Goes to Breakfast DVD copy. And here's my DVD copy of A Big Day for Thomas. Yep. Yeah. We all know, why can't they put the and other Thomas stories on all variants of A Big Day for Thomas? Because Anchor Bay didn't have the contract to. Your DVD copy of Sing Along and Stories. Yep, I can't give you one of the spare booklets that I have. Even though some people say there is a way to print off booklets, but I don't... Well, you probably don't have a printer, Flick Love Returns, so probably a pass to print the booklets right now.
I do have a printer, but it's not for my computer. It's my family's printer.
Okay, so you can't use that to print out any booklets at all.
Unless I ask them.
Yeah, you have to ask that first. But if I had my own printer, I could do it. I could do it for anyone, honestly. But anyway, that's my copy of Big Day for Thomas. I'm gonna start the next stack with Cranky Bugs, but we gotta go I'll show off the original VHS box of Cranky Bugs with the actual correct tape. But I'm gonna switch to the 2000 Blue Tape Ink. And yep, there's Thomas Meets the Queen, your VHS copy that you're showing. Which, yeah,
it unfortunately has somebody's name written, which I blocked it off.
Yeah,
here because I don't know who this person is, and I don't want to go over that.
Yeah, just all it knows is just if there was somebody's previous name on the label. Yeah, somebody random. But yeah, there's the VHS bugs. Oh, yeah. Sometimes this... Oh, Jake Martin's here. That was fast. Wow. That was so fast. Hopefully check around your place, Jake Martin, to see if nothing's going to be having problems the second I add you or any of that's... Because I don't want to have to interfere with having to restart, because I don't want to... And hopefully you'll just look at your releases on the shelf without having to pull them off. But anyway... While he's checking that Flick Love Returns, there's your Toss's Friends Get Along DVD, and here's my DVD copy of Cranky Bugs, where it has the artwork with Ghislaine printed once on the spine, but I did manage to put the artwork onto the case with the shiny sheen disc. But I kept the booklet, which... Yeah.
Mine is just like one of your copies of Thomas and Friends Get Along, which mine has no booklet either.
Well, yeah, but I have one of the copies that has the booklet, because that was one of my friends' copies, because they had that before. But like I said, their personal dad gave the videos to me. Even during that, like I said, during that you-know-what unthinkable year of the new decade we don't talk about. I'm surprised he gave them to me, which surprised me. Okay, but let's get a copy of it for Christmas. There's nothing... Okay, that's good. Right, let's do this right now. That's fast.
Beep, beep. Hello there.
Hey, Jake Martin. Welcome to the stream showing Thomas Home Media Collection. Everything of Thomas. Absolutely everything.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. Right now I show off my DVD copy. Now on to Racing of Runaways.
Oh, Hey there, Croftus99.
Yep. I noticed
Anyway,
there's
so-
your 10 years of Thomas, your copy, Jake Barton. That's Flicka's Cranky Bugs, and I'm showing my Races Rescues. Wow. All of this next.
Yes, I have my 10 Years of Thomas DVD out because Edward's on the front cover, and you can hear his low-pitched whistle sound since season 4, like this.
Yeah, and that whistle was later reused for Emily.
Yeah. So, anyways, got my Thomas and Friends stuff out. Got my VHS tapes and DVDs. So,
Yep, this is showing all formats of Thomas, because why not?
so here's tenders and turntables.
My DVD for Races, Rescues, and Runaways. Flick Lover showing his DVD of Races, Rescues, and Runaways.
And here is Thomas Gets Tricked, of course.
That's the DVD with Wooden Railway Thomas.
Yeah, of course. And Trust Thomas.
Yep.
Trust
Oh,
Mavis and Thomas, even though, yes, it's Trust Thomas, but they put Mavis on the spotlight because there's 2 episodes with Mavis, so.
Yeah. But anyway, yep, there's your Trust Thomas DVD, and I'm showing my box of 10 Years of Thomas on VHS, the original box from '99, but I'm going to get the 2000 blue tape, but that's that blue sticker tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the DVD I have is a 2005 DVD in a slim case.
Well, mine's a slipcover.
Yeah, but anyways, as I was trying to say, but it's a good thing they put Thomas at the bottom, but it's a behind-the-scenes picture from Trust Thomas, because you can tell James is far away from Thomas, and Gordon too, but even though in the actual program he was kind of close to them, like near them.
Yeah. That's an interesting fact, but yep, here's 10 Years of Thomas, my DVD copy. And next up, I'm going to be showing 2 DVD Spills and Chills copies.
Yeah. And here's my Thomas Gets Bumped DVD. This is the Anchor Bay copy,
or the VHS, because you don't have the.
Yeah, I meant to say I have it on VHS. Excuse me, not on DVD. Excuse me.
Sorry. Right.
Oh, gotta get that back out.
Oh, and so inside that, we're showing all variants with Harold. I have 2 DVD copies of Spills and Chills.
Yes, fun fact, that image of Harold was used on this one because it kind of makes sense, because Harold's in one episode. This one, he's in Thomas Percy and the Mail Train, and this one, he's in Sir Topham Hatt's Holiday or Vacation. I wish they would call it Sir Topham Hatt's Vacation, and in the UK, the Fat Controller's Holiday, so that's just my opinion. So,
well, in the UK title, they still called it Sir Topham Hatt's Holiday, yeah, because apparently
yeah, we understand. Everyone who grew up in British, they know what Sir Topham Hatt's UK name is, but everyone who grew up in the USA, they know what Sir Topham Hatt's American name is. So
yeah, but I think they changed it because they might have found that original name from the UK offensive in the US, so that's why they changed it to Sir Topham Hatt.
Yep, here's another instance of one of the Spills and Chills DVD copies was from, which I got from my friend back in, one of my friends back in 20, that you know what year of the new decade. But I'm surprised that, like I said, it was cool that they gave me this one DVD copy of Spills and Chills, but this, I can tell this is the Spills and Chills I got from I'll just say random thrift store. Because it's got this kind of brand case. I don't know. What of your DVDs has this, Jake Barton? These letters AGI on the inside of the DVD case.
And here's my copy, Lionsgate reprint.
Oh, yep.
anyways, here's my Thomas Percy and the Dragon DVD.
Yep. All of ours are thick, but Flick Love is a Lionsgate print, but yours and I's is the original.
Original. Here's Daisy and Other Thomas Stories, or should I say, Percy Takes the Plunge.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna get 2 VHS variants of Daisy and Other Stories, but I know you just want one of them.
Yeah.
Which is the 95 release, but yeah, here's Make Someone Happy, my copy. That's Flicka's copy, which is a Lionsgate as well.
Yeah, because
here's James Goes
track
Sorry, go ahead.
What Thomas DVDs I was going to receive. I was skeptical about whether they were going to be the original or reprints. Some of them I got very lucky that they were the original, but this is not one of them.
If that's your disc, here's my disc. And it comes with a booklet too.
And here's my James Goes Buzz DVD with another Wooden Railway toy. It's the Soda Honey Company car, I think. I don't know what it's called. Hold on. Oh, it's a Honey Barrel car, so.
Yeah, that's a cool rolling stock to get because they know bees make honey. That makes sense for Hit Entertainment or Anchor Bay to put in that train pack. But anyway,
yeah.
Here's Toss Christmas Wonderland. Both me and Flicka's copies are the same.
I forgot to mention Trust Thomas. This one comes with Wooden Railway Percy, which kind of makes sense because there are some episodes with Percy, like he's in Percy's Promise and No Joke for James and some other episodes. Oh, and he's also in Toby's Tightrope. So
the only difference is the position is swapped on mine because the CD is right here and the DVD is right here in mine.
I just put the DVD on the arm on top of the booklet. That's what I did because you know the DVD on top of the booklet. Yep, I know you're still trying to get the VHS variant of Wonderland Jake Barn as well as the rare DVD.
Yeah, for Thomas's Christmas Wonderland, I'll get it with the shiny red metallic on the case, and yes, I'll get it on DVD with Thomas's
songs and Roundhouse Rhymes.
Roundhouse Rhythms. But the problem is, I gotta save up money just to get that DVD.
The VHS isn't too expensive on eBay. I've seen it pop up like not as bad as $20 on eBay. That's not too bad, but if you're rather finding a thrift store for like $2, that's better. Well, I know for the tape variants, if you get the shiny metallic VHS cover, it should come with the blue tape. Because you know how the regular Crimson VHS cover of Christmas Wonderland comes with a black tape. But anyway, here's my copies of Toss Magic Railroad. First, I'll show the VHS.
And here's my Rusty to the Rescue DVD.
Yep.
And here are my 2 DVD copies. How they're different is that they're in a different case. This one is in a black case.
Oh, wow. Mine I have is in a white case, which makes sense. Anyways, here's
this one right here that I have. That's in the white case.
Right. Anyways, and here's my Thomas and
is actually a double feature combining.
Oh, with the Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland, of course. Favorite movie, of course. Oh, it's missing.
Well, the Elmo disc is missing. The Thomas one is intact.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland disc is missing, so.
Luckily, I do have another DVD copy of a spare DVD copy of Elmo and Grouchland, and it has the disc intact on that one.
Okay, that's good. All right, Thomas in the special letter. Here it is with me. So.
Yep. Still missing the 2002 reprint VHS.
Yeah, with that kind of artwork, so. Oh, I forgot. Percy's Ghostly Trick. Oh, silly me.
Ooh, it's okay. I showed Percy's Ghostly Trick earlier.
And so did I.
And yep, here's Toss Magic Rare with my Blu-ray copy, which Flickle Returns could get if he wants, because like I said, this can actually be suitable for. Oh shit! My DVD just fell out. I apologize.
It's
Yeah,
okay. It's okay. Don't worry about the language.
There's
Don't
no
worry about it.
cursing once in a while.
It's just this Blu-ray case is really sturdy. I think I might have to replace this case. Honestly, I might have to just. Yeah.
Or try cleaning it or something like that.
I mean, I do see that some people can use alcohol rub pads. The Blu-rays, like sometimes I have to open it like this from the back. The DVD won't fall out like that.
Anyways,
Even though I'm glad. Yeah.
Anyways, and here's the gallant old engine, or should I say, Henry and the Elephant.
Yep, I'm missing that Sounds of Soda edition DVD, which I'll get soon because I also want to get the 2 VHS variants of Gallant Old Engine because, well, it makes sense. Yeah.
And here's Thomas and his friends Help Out, which another one, Sounds of Sodor, has a different artwork, but has that artwork. So, and yes, for some reason they reused Thomas's face and put it on Edward's model body. But Birdie is still the same.
Yeah, I'm glad it shows that, even though it's cool. Even though the Sounds of Soda edition looks cool with the slipcover, I decided not to get it. But anyway, here's my DVD of Trackside Tunes.
And here's Sing Along and Stories. Yeah, it has that mistake. It's not supposed to say our story stops, or it should say song tracks.
At least the VHS from 2002 fixes that.
Anyway, here's Best of Percy.
And now here's my Thomas and his friends get along DVD, and yes, my copy came with a booklet, so that's good.
One of my copies does have a booklet, yes.
Yeah.
All right, now here's my copies of Best of Thomas. I have the VHS, like you, Jake Barton.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also going to show the, well, normal copy after I show the slipcovers. Press my nose, I whistle slipcover.
Here's 2 different DVD copies that I have. This one is the original.
Yep, that's the one I'll show eventually.
And now here's my 10 Years of Thomas DVD. Of course, this is the Sounds of Sodor DVD, of course.
Oh, yep, here's the slipcover version of Best of Thomas on DVD. The nose doesn't work, but that's okay, because I didn't do this as a kid. I must have done this.
And here's the other copy that I've had. I've got this one in 2009. This has a blue case and it's a Lionsgate reprint.
Now here's my Thomas and the Magic Railroad movie on both VHS and DVD.
Both of them. Yep, I have those versions too. But I'm pretty sure on your VHS it plays different content, Jake Barton.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure after the Muppets from Space trailer on your VHS, the Elmo and Grouchland is cut off and it goes straight to the Bear in the Big Blue House videos trailer on your VHS, to be exact.
Yeah. But honestly, I'm not. Yeah. Truly understand that.
I have 2 different DVD copies of Best of Tunes. Now, the reason why I have 2 is because this copy I've had for an extremely long time, ever since like 2003 or something, and the disc got badly scratched after a while. So, but I have another one right here, and this one works perfectly.
Yep, and here's my Best of James, which works fine. And mine has 2 booklets because apparently another copy.
And what's weird about this one is this disc over here says it was released in 2002. Like the one that doesn't work says 2002, but the one that does work, it incorrectly says 2001 on the disc.
But even though Best of James came out in 2002. Anyways, and here's Thomas's Trackside Tunes. With, of course, Wet Railway Thomas, so...
Yeah. So that DVD, here's my VHS of Salty Secret, which Yes, I brought this up before. This is kind of getting too old on Season 6, really, just to show this little Thomas avatar guy. Couldn't they just use a different Thomas or just take him off completely? Is beyond me.
They did take him off eventually after 2004.
Well, yeah, in 2004 releases after New Friends for Thomas, not counting the Season 8 releases.
Here's Best of Percy.
Oh, yep. And also, yeah, I also have the DVD of Salty Secret. Oh, duh, it's right here.
And here's my Best of Thomas on VHS. And Best of James, which my copy has that error fixed. That.
Yeah, but didn't I bring this up before? What if there was a version of Best of Percy on VHS where they forgot to put Percy's name in the title, Thomas Percy in the Mail Train, just called it Thomas in the Mail Train?
Well, I don't think so.
Well, there's Percy's name right there in Thomas Percy and the Mail Train. Or maybe like on Best of Thomas, they omitted Thomas's name and just called it Percy and the Dragon.
I don't think so.
Like that.
Because I wish Thomas Percy the Dragon was replaced with Trust Thomas, because that Thomas Percy the Dragon focuses on Percy.
Of course it focuses on Percy.
Yeah,
of course.
Salty Secret DVD, and I know Flick does have a Percy's Chocolate Crunch VHS. Right there. Yep. Jake Martin and I are still missing that VHS, even though I can't watch VHS tapes right now because something's going wrong with my VCR DVD combo recorder.
Yeah, I know, but mine doesn't have any problems. So,
yeah.
Maybe because I had the thing plugged in for so long. Maybe that was the problem.
Works fine, especially because there is a VHS rewinder machine that I have that I use in after the tape is over, so I don't wear the tapes out.
Well, that is a good idea. That is a clever idea, I will admit. But anyway, that's your VHS of Percy's Chocolate Crunch Flicker Returns. Now here's my DVD with the CD. But because I wanted to bring this up with Best of Thomas, because I think what I want to do is basically put the Best of Thomas artwork with the CD into a normal DVD case, but print out the artwork from front and back cover with the Best of Thomas with the CD sampler. The same thing with James, because apparently I don't think it would fit the artwork in a standard 2-disc DVD case. I'll have to probably just print out the artwork on the front and back cover of the CD versions of Best of Thomas and James. Print out the artwork only, the front and back covers only. But anyway, yeah, here's my Percy Chocolate Crunch. Yes, I know for some reason, yes, the Ghislaine logo's on the CD versions of this in Red Balloon.
That is so bizarre. And the Hit Entertainment logo is completely absent after.
Even though this was the first Thomas Home Media product overall to feature the globe variant of the Hit Entertainment logo that was shown up to 2006.
It is shown at the end of the release as an in-credit variant along the Nick Jr. logo at the end.
Anyway, here's James and the Red Balloon.
Oh, and I was going to say that, yes, the disc and the booklet has the Hit Entertainment logo, as long as it's the old style one. But instead, the Grace and Wild logo and the Ghislaine logo is shown probably for the last time.
Yes, it's very bizarre why they would use that, even though it would be the first with the Hit Entertainment logo.
Maybe they decided why can't Thomas and his friends help out be the final Thomas release to be distributed by Ghislaine before eventually Hit Entertainment had to take over.
Or the master might have possibly been created before the packaging was made. That could be another possibility.
Yeah, Anyway, here's James Star Balloon on DVD. Me and Flicka's copies are the exact same, but yeah, but his has Balloon with one and two. But I'll show you this. I have 2 Thomas's Snowy Surprise DVD copies coming up.
Oh, and also before I show Thomas's Snowy Surprise, here's my Thomas DVD sampler, which is fun with Thomas.
I'll show that when I get through the main collection, basically.
Yeah, I don't know why I decided to put these in the year order, because, well, it's my opinion. So,
well,
anyways,
yeah, everyone has different. Yeah.
Yeah, and now here's Thomas's Snowy Surprise.
Mine's the CD version. Yours isn't, Jake Martin, but it's the same post art no matter what.
Yeah, and I love how it's very shiny.
Just like on mine. And I have another variant where it does have its only snow listed correctly, which I'll show in a minute. Yep, I did notice on the back of your cover you did you replaced the word to make delivery spelled correctly.
Yeah.
Or you could have just taken out the Y and used a paper with the letters IES.
Well, I already wrote deliveries on paper, so.
Well, suit yourself anyway. There's that variant, and here's the normal version, which is the standard gray copy, but it's got the listed correct.
Yeah. Yeah, when I do an HMR video on this one, the front of the cover is going to be shiny, but on the spine and the back of the booklet, it's in a gray background.
Anyway, back to this version.
Mine is not shiny because if you look...
Oh, yes, yours is the Lionsgate reprint, or...
Yes. As I've stated, was very skeptical about which print of Thomas that I was going to receive once my parents have ordered them. Some of them I got lucky and were the originals, and others were unfortunately reprints.
Here, also, it has its only snow put correctly on the booklet, which I'll just show the first page. Yep, yours still has the error on the booklet.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can fix that mistake on the booklet. Like, for the main menu, I'm gonna put a paper saying Henry, because Henry's on the main menu, not James. And
no, Gordon's not on the menu.
I mean not Gordon. I meant to say Gordon. Excuse me, because. Yeah, the main menu shows Percy in Play All Stories, James in Pick a Story, Sing Along for Henry, and Fun and Games for Thomas. I don't know why they put Gordon on it, even though it should have said that Henry is in the main menu, so I'll have to fix that mistake. And same with It's Only Snow being listed as Thomas's Snowy Surprise, and fix the delivery thing as deliveries for sold or special deliveries and whatever. And you're showing Best of Gordon.
Best of Gordon, the last Thomas home media released in 2003 before heading into 2004.
Here it is, Best of Gordon. I only have it on VHS, which does have that mistake.
Which you said, yes, it has the echo thing and whistles and sneezes, while on the DVD it doesn't.
No.
The
whistles and sneezes is not a mistake, but the name board sequence. The name board. Yes, it says that Tender Inches is a music video, even though it should say next story coming up soon, not music video.
There's no songs on Best of Gordon, and apparently on the slipcover Press My Nose I Whistle edition of Best of Gordon, they said there's songs, but there's literally not.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking when making this stuff. Maybe they meant to put the songs on there and they forgot.
Maybe they just didn't know what songs to think of.
Of course not. Anyways, and fun fact for the whistles and sneezes, Of course, they used the echoed version.
Well, yeah, they use the echoed version, and yes, I'll have to live with one VHS of Best of Gordon where when it actually says music videos coming up soon, but the Tender Engines episode starts, but DVD they fixed it.
I have got to get Best of Gordon on DVD that has that mistake fixed on the name board sequences.
Yeah.
One thing they could have put for the songs here, they could have put "Accidents Will Happen" as one of the songs on Best of Gordon, because Gordon actually does get into an accident near the end of the song.
Well, he has 2 accidents on this release, Gordon, which is Gordon takes a dip, he fell into the ditch.
Yes, and a better view for Gordon when he crashed into a blank wall at Kirk Ronan Station.
Yes, and that same exact clip is used at the end of the song "Accidents Will Happen," which is why I was thinking that song could have been included here.
But anyway, here's Thomas, first release in 2004, aka the only one with Michael Angelis.
I have New Friends for Thomas on VHS.
Yeah, duplicate Spencer, I don't know why.
And part of Napford Sheds behind Harvey is not cut out properly, so...
Yeah, I can still see a look, but yeah. Yeah, I did see some images of this on the Thomas Wiki for the gallery of this DVD. Jay Barton, you can print out some of the postcards. I think there was one I saw with Arthur, or maybe Murdoch or Jack. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna put these stacks back up and get the next one started because I have so much. Oh shit! I forgot to show the Jane Star Balloon VHS. Crap.
It's okay. It's all right.
We all make mistakes.
Okay. Let me put these away. Let me. All right. Now, just to make it up, here's Steamies vs. Diesel's My VHS copy.
Yeah, I have Stevie's versus Diesel's on VHS. This one doesn't have its case, so I'll have to print out the front, spine, and back off the internet and probably put it in this kind of clear case if I have any more.
You know, I was just at a random thrift store like a few days ago, Jake Martin. I'll just say this. There was an empty clamshell VHS I saw on one of the shelves, but I didn't bother buying it because I'm trying to focus on something else right now.
Yeah.
And also, watch when you get a VHS slipcover of Steve's versus Diesel's. Make this kind of expression saying, why is there a number 2 on the learning segments getting there, and name that engine Emily version? Yes, why is there a number 2 on the getting there and name that engine learning segments, whereas on the DVD on the songs and more, they don't have it?
Yeah, they're not supposed to put the numbers for getting there and guess that engine, which is Emily the Emerald engine herself. So, yeah, but yeah, Movie and Game Lover 98. That this is what the clear VHS case looks like. I have got to get some more, so that way I can put the Steamies versus Diesels in here and print the artwork, the front, spine, and the back. And so, yeah.
But here's the DVD single copy. And I do have another copy in the 6-disc set, which I'll show on the tracks.
And I think
Diesels.
And I think that's all my Thomas and Friends VHS tapes I have, and I'm still showing the DVDs. So
yeah. Steamers versus Diesels, the DVD version. I rented this copy from eBay back 2 or yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that was the same. I think at the same time as Dragon Shell's Playing Tournaments Playing Fun back in that year. I think so, or maybe they came. No, they came separately. And I figured when it's on DVD, it won't have these inserts. I have my copy. Yeah. Well, I'll just show them right there, but I don't want to pull them out because I've shown them like so much. But anyway, Thomas and the Jet Engine. You don't have yet Jake Barton on both VHS and DVD, but won't get the VHS and DVD at the same time.
Of course, I don't have Thomas and the Jet Engine on VHS and DVD, so I still need to get Thomas and the Jet Engine. Oh, and Steamies versus Diesels, I need to get on DVD too, and so. Yes.
I don't have Steamies versus Diesels either, which is why I stopped before showing Thomas and the Jet Engine.
Yeah, because I think he does it. I think because Flick Love Returns says he is not. That's why he didn't want to get the VHS and DVD of Steamies versus Diesels. That's why he wanted to wait.
Classic series over the Hit era and the CGI.
Even though the CGI Brenner era is the best CGI era of Thomas. Minus inserts, Flicka's copy doesn't have it anything. And yes, this is the only way to see Michael narration, but with the original Mike and Jr. score of the US dub, Michael Brandon season 7 episode.
Because when we see any more episodes from season 7 on Hooray for Thomas, Percy Saves the Day, and Thomas and the Really Brave Engines, and Not So Hasty Cakes on Mud Glorious Mud, and of course the Michael Brandon dub of Emily's New Coaches and Engine Friends, they used the background music from the Hit Entertainment era, same ones used in seasons 8 through 12.
Yeah,
which I do not know why a lot of people don't like how those Thomas season 7 episodes have background music from seasons 8 and 12. I mean, I don't hate them. I mean, the reason why, because they didn't have budget to keep using the original music from Mike O'Donnell and Junior Campbell.
Yeah, and plus they did that because they did it to promote season 8 on PBS as well.
Exactly, and that's when Michael Brandon was still narrating season. He was narrating both season 7 and 8.
But yeah, anyway, here's Thomas. That's for Thomas the Jet Engine. I also, like I said, this in Steamies versus Diesels. I have this in the 6-disc set Adventure on the Tracks.
Thankfully, Thomas and Jet Engine's the only release with Michael Brandon's narration that does not have the altered music.
Yeah, the Hit era music in there. But anyway, here's It's Great to Be an Engine. The final main release of 2004. Don't count the earlier box set because it's just an own individual season set. Yeah, I know you want to get It's Great to Be an Engine so soon, Jake Barton. It's so easy to find on eBay or in a thrift store. No matter what version you get of It's Great to Be an Engine, it's still the original DVD no matter what.
Yeah, but I'm probably gonna get it from eBay, and I'm probably gonna get it in a wooden railway toy, which comes with Toby, which kind of makes sense because Toby's in You Can Do It, Toby.
As you said that some people don't like You Can Do It, Toby. But
I don't know why.
I do like Gordon Takes Charge. I do like Gordon Takes Charge for reasons. Yep, there's the final release of 2004. It's Great to Be an Engine. Next up, Hooray for Thomas.
Oh, this is an oddball release.
That's what Flicka always says. It's an oddball release because he says this one has the new series intro and end credits, but during every episode's done, they show the name boards after every episode's done.
And yes, of course they did. And fun fact, the original Thomas and Friends theme song from seasons 1 through 7 is heard in the background, but it's the end credits version. Even those menus, like main menu, pick a story, funny games, and other menus, they use the same classic theme song. So
Yeah, and it's also the only release where the classic series theme is in the menu and the name boards that has the new series intro in the opening and closing titles.
And well, luckily I did not get the slim case. And yes, I remember to not get the version, Jake Barn, that's in a slim case artwork in a thick case. Luckily, I picked out this variant where you can see everything on the spine.
But unlike the others, this one has the original Anchor Bay covers. The disc is the Lionsgate reprint, but it still opens like the original Anchor Bay release.
This. All right. Now I have 2 copies of Thomas's Solar Celebration. This is the one I had for years. And this is the copy I remember getting off of the random person's eBay store, but luckily I have the variant with me, because I want to get the Easter edition artwork and put it over this release, so it could go in the Easter section of my home media collection eventually, or I could just take put this copy into the Adventure, the All Aboard for Adventure. Well, like I said, it's this 3-disc pack that comes with this. It's Great to Be an Engine and Steamies versus Diesels. I just want to take the Fox reprint of Solar Celebration out of there and put the Easter artwork over that version of Solar Celebration. Yeah. And of course, 2 copies of songs from the station. They look identically the same, with just one thing we'll see eventually. Well, this one does have the inserts. This one's got all these things. Yeah. This DVD you can probably find some eventually soon. Jake Barn, the songs from the station original 2005 DVD that doesn't have the Fox reprint, and it plays like the original VHS.
Oh, I remember hearing a trailer version of a trailer for this with the classic series theme playing for some apparent reason.
Well, this trailer for this release plays on the Calling All Engines DVD.
Yeah. And when I heard the classic series theme in the trailer, I was like, what in the world? Because none of the episodes are from the classic series, but they put that theme on the trailer.
Maybe apparently Hit Entertainment just wanted to put some upbeat music during this trailer, because apparently they wanted to pan into the classic fans.
Oh, I was talking about
so that way we understand what we heard. We already heard what the Thomas and Friends theme song sounded like. Since when? The classic era? It's like bringing back childhood memories. Oh, yeah.
Yep, here's this song from the station. Yeah, I know there's still paint on this artwork, which sucks, but I honestly could just get a new case, or I could just... Because I don't think it's the artwork that's got the paint on it. I think it's maybe because it was got on the case artwork, so maybe I just need to replace the case. And this one only has 1 insert. That's, you can tell, this one came from the other copy.
Yeah.
But anyway, now on to Percy Saves the Day. Luckily, I
forgot to show you this one. Got another Thomas Friends DVD sampler. It's Quarry Adventures on Sodor.
Well, let me get Percy Saves the Day VHS. I'll just hide it here, but I'll just then slide it to the frame, saying, then I'll show it.
Now here's Percy Saves the Day.
I think I haven't taken VHS because, like I said, that's a new what machine. Even though I'm surprised I got this in the lot with Salty Secret on VHS from eBay. Yep. Here's my DVD copy of Percy Saves the Day. And this one's going back to being 1 booklet, because I actually put the 1 other booklet into the copy, into the 6-disc set Adventure on the Tracks, which is coming way, way later.
And I think this is also the first Anchor Bay release to feature the newer style theme song in the menu.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the first Yaks official one. Yeah.
And I think it's also the first to feature the brand new Steam team transitions from one episode to the next, which only last a few seconds.
Yep, it's this, and Really Brave Engines do this. Okay. Now here's Calling All Engines, my original 2005 DVD, which me and Jake Martin have, but Flicka's copy is unfortunately the Lionsgate print, which I don't like. That version, in my opinion.
And as for me, Calling All Engines, yeah, I'm still crossed that Hit Entertainment put the Todd World episode on the Hit Extras, on Hit Extras on the Funny Games. Like, should they put a Wiggles trailer? Like, what about Funny Greg, the final Wiggles season 1 episode? Wouldn't that be better, movie and game lover?
Yeah, it would have been cool to see that episode on DVD as a Hit Extra, because they put a couple of Wiggles TV Series 1 episodes on some Hit Extras on other Thomas DVDs before this.
I know some people may not like Barney, but I know you guys do, but I think there might be some DVDs of Thomas that have a Barney episode on there.
This one doesn't.
Yeah, Calling All Engines does it, but Soda Celebration and Songs from the Station, these two have Barney episodes on the Hit Extras. So,
yeah. Wait. There's Flicka's copy, which is a Lionsgate print, unfortunately.
and yes, your copy has the booklet, while mine doesn't, because I got it from a thrift store, and yeah, this DVD was used, so.
And my copy has a black case.
Mine's in a red one.
Yeah.
Mine's red.
I have some DVDs with red cases, but these red cases I mainly put for the Clifford DVDs, because Clifford is a red dog.
Yeah, but Jake Martin's not a big fan of Clifford the Big Red Dog, in his opinion.
I understand you're not a fan of the show that.
Nice. Here's Track Stars, one of the copies in Jake Martin's Steam Engine Stories box set.
Yep, here's Steam Engine Stories box set, which has
Track Stars, which I'm showing that first.
Yes, Track Stars. Yeah, and I'm just like Calling All Engines, Hit Entertainment has done it again. They put a Todd World episode on Hit Extras, which made me cross. Like, ooh.
And I know they put a Fraggle. They put a Fraggle Rock.
Well, they put
Hit Extras.
Well, they put a Fraggle Rock song, which is "Blanket of Snow, Blanket of Woe." It shows the scene from the "Blanket of Snow, Blanket of Woe" episode where Marjorie, the trashy, is frozen.
Yeah.
Poor Marjorie, the Madam Trashy.
Yeah, I'm still on the hunt for a original 2006 copy where there's no anti-piracy warning logo stamped on Hollis's face, even though it has
just like mine is, even though I'm not worrying about that at the moment.
Even though it plays the same, which is good. Oh, here's Thomas and the Really Brave Engines. Yeah. Yours is slim, mine's thick, Flicka. And Jake Martin is missing the DVD, but it might be tricky for him to find the solo copy of this release on DVD in a thick case.
Yeah, I'm getting the Really Brave Engines DVD in a thick case.
Just like mine. What? I don't know what DVDs you'll get with Really Brave Engines on DVD.
I'll tell you what I'm getting. I'm getting besides that, I'm getting one Dragon Tales VHS tape. There's Nothing to Fear, and some DVDs, of course. The Wiggles sailing around the world, as long as it's the Hit Entertainment copy, and one for Sesame Street, Friends to the Rescue, and 2 Fraggle Rock DVDs. Doing Things That Doozers Do and Down in Fraggle Rock.
Wow.
Oh, so you're gonna get the VHS version of When I'm Afraid with this variant of this Thomas released on DVD?
I'm talking about There's Nothing to Fear from 2002 Dragon Tales. You know, has some season 1 episodes like Tales You Lose, Stormy Weather,
that
and
one.
Frog Prince. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
opinion,
what I'm talking about.
That one, because there's nothing to fear. I
Yeah.
stuff with When I'm Afraid, but anyway,
It's all right. It's all right, movie and game lover.
They should have put Tales You Lose on Look on the Bright Side, because Emmy wasn't necessarily afraid in Tales You Lose. They should put Bully for You on There's Nothing to Fear, and put Tales You Lose on Look on the Bright Side.
That Bully for You. But yeah, movie and game lover 98. If I get Look on the Bright Side and I'm forced to watch Bully for You, I would be like, bother you two writers, Cliff Ruby and Elena Lesser. Y'all should not be writing that Bully for You episode. Bother you two. Whoosh.
Or you could just mute the audio while the episode's playing and just wait till it's over. Just like I mentioned, like when we showed Best of Thomas way earlier on, let the episode play sync control for Thomas, the audio till it's over.
Well, I already watched Best of Thomas. I think it was about a year ago. And yes, I did watch The Trouble for Thomas, and yes, it was out of sync, and I was like, get Anchor Bay and not Hit Entertainment, Anchor Bay and Ghislaine, should you take the out of sync version of, should you replace the Trouble for Thomas episode, the out of sync version, and replace it with the in sync version? Because I love how in Thomas, A Big Day for Thomas, in A Big Day for Thomas, it does play in sync.
Yeah,
A Big Day for Thomas, and yes, Trouble for Thomas. I'm talking about the George Carlin version. So,
I've noticed that same out of sync error on the DVD of Best of Thomas as well, and I found out that Sprout Broadcasts had that too, and it had the closing theme song, the bars of it, playing twice as a result.
But anyway, here's Tales from the Track.
Anyway,
but the VHS is too rare.
Sorry. What were you saying?
Tales from the Tracks is up next. I only have the DVD variant, but I also have another copy in Steam Engine Stories, but I cannot find the VHS copy, which is up now.
Here's Tales from the Tracks, of course.
Which was the very last VHS to be put out on both VHS and DVD at the same time, along with Bob the Builder, Hold On to Your Hard Hats, just release.
And I don't know why the VHS has the DVD logo on there. That's weird.
I want to take a guess that whether you can find it on DVD also?
Well, yeah, it's more common to get it on DVD. I think maybe they accidentally printed the DVD logo on the VHS.
Yeah, that's why. Anyway, here's Thomas. You're still going to get this soon, Jake Barn. Trusty friends with the just getting on its own.
Oh yes, On Site with Thomas. I don't have On Site with Thomas. I'm getting it on DVD, and yes, I'm getting 3 Thomas and Friends VHS tapes, and I'm getting James Learns a Lesson and Cranky Bugs, the Ghislaine reprints, and Thomas's Trackside 2s on VHS, and 3 Wiggles VHS tapes. Hoop-de-Doo, It's a Wiggly Party, Wiggly Safari, and Magical Avenger, a Wiggly movie. So,
notice I have 2 copies. One of them is in the thick case, and the other is a slim case. The one in the thick case is the one that works.
Yeah.
But the one that's in a slim case is very badly scratched.
there's not much to say about On-Site with Thomas, but even though some people, if you guys watch, even though we like Jake Martin, the guy called PBM's Video Entertainment.
PBM's Video Entertainment.
Yeah, PBM. Well, Philip, his real name starts with this P word, but yeah, it's PBM's Video Entertainment. He says, watch this release once, how you feel, but he says if you like the pack series, get the other two, Trusty Friends and Mud, Glorious Mud. But I think most of the episodes on-site are really good too.
Well, I already have the 2 Thomas releases that has the Jack and the Pack series episodes, Trusty Friends and Mud, Glorious Mud. I only need 1 more, which is On-Site with Thomas, and then I'll have all of them.
Yeah, I'll probably get the double feature of this and Trusty Friends, but it's a Universal re-release because, well, but anyway, yep. On-Site with Thomas is done, and I'll show 2 variants of Thomas's Halloween Adventures. Here's the original from 2006. That's Blika's thin case copy, or slim case, I should say.
And I actually previously watched a DVD copy back in 2009 back at a library that I'm not going to go over because back when I borrowed it from a library that I'm not going to go over until I got my own personal copy just a couple of years ago in a slim case.
Yeah. Yeah, Wooden Train bonus fact, it came with a wooden haunted caboose.
And this is a pretty, well, spooky release, I tell you. All the episodes are from the classic series, but it has the new series intro and end credits.
Yeah. And yes, of course, like 3 out of these 4, well, 3 out of these episodes have no Halloween spookiness in them. Like Thomas Gets Tricked and Diesel's Devious Steed and Gordon the Gremlin.
Yeah, that's probably just some lazy thing Microbay probably has ever done. What they could have put on here is they could have maybe put the season 8 episode Halloween on there.
But apparently they just wanted to focus on just classic episodes. I think, this one I'll bring up with PBN's Video Entertainment's his HMR. He said like the episode that could have replaced Thomas Gets Tricked and the other 3 could have been Woolly Bear the sequel to Ghostly Trick and Escape Duncan Gets Spooked and Fergus Breaks the Rules. A.K.A. Thomas the Search for Fergus. Those 4 could have been perfect replacements for these 4 that have absolutely no spooky things in them, even though Gordon the Gremlin, they talk about gremlins in the beginning. Thomas Gets Tricked, we never got George Carlin's dub on DVD till now.
They could have also put Jack Frost, but again, Jack Frost was also on Ultimate Christmas, so. And Tom's the Snowy Surprise.
But yeah, here's my glow-in-the-dark slipcover of Thomas's Halloween Adventures. All I have to do is find more thick case bare copies just to put under these slipcover variants. Because like I said, the only slipcover variant of Thomas's Halloween Adventures I'm missing is the 2008 one that says Happy Halloween on that slipcover. Even though it's weird, there's a CGI Thomas, but none of these episodes are CGI. Alright, here's Come Ride the Rails, the last Thomas DVD of 2006. No, there was average saying this was going to be put on VHS, but apparently it got canceled at the very last moment. Oh, come on. Hit Entertainment 20th Century Fox, aka now known as 20th Century Studios.
Yeah.
Because Disney owns the rights to the Fox Studios now. It's now called 20th Century Studios ever since Disney bought out the Fox Studios. But yep, Come Ride the Rails. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, yes, we all know people say Respect for Gordon is one of the best hit era episodes. I gotta agree, it is my favorite Gordon episode of season 9 because it's like Gordon gets the lead once per season of the hit era. But well, even though he got 2 leads back in season 8, which were Squeak, Rattle, and Roll, and Gordon Takes Charge. But anyway, come ride the rails. Some people should get this release if you like the episode Respect for Gordon, and the others you kind of like. But now here's my 2 copies of Milkshake Muddle Jake Martin, because one of them came from the lot. This is the one I'm pretty sure I can tell this one that I had the longest, because you can tell, yes, even though this is really got scratches, it still plays, which is good. But if you look right here on my copy, this booklet is actually doesn't have the little tear on Thomas's cab anymore. I just threw that one out because I wanted to have this one with the better, where it's not like ripped off. Well, yeah, it still folds out like the one I had since 2007, but at least all the pages are in good condition. Yep, same magazine. But we all know this menu's still lazy.
Well, I would say it is just very badly edited. I wouldn't necessarily call it lazy. I would just say mainly just badly edited.
Yeah. And yes, luckily I didn't get the Spanish double feature of this and Track Stars. Even though it would have been funny to watch it with Michael Brandon narrating the episodes in Spanish dub, which we don't want to watch these in Spanish.
Not me.
Even though there's a Spanish double feature of this release and Track Stars, where it does have Michael Brandon's actual voice, but it's still just in Spanish language only. No English dub whatsoever. But anyways, yes, I know. Yeah, the HMR from your HMR Milkshake model's not quite up yet.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do it. I'm probably not gonna do a HMR video on this until I get a few more Thomas and Friends DVDs left to complete the collection. Because
yeah, I know it's gonna take a while. Once the HMR is up, yeah, then you'll eventually. Yeah.
Yeah. And yes. I have the artwork printed off the internet, and I put it in a black case instead of a blue case. So. But,
well,
yeah.
I don't mind that. This is most Thomas.
Yeah. Because honestly, I don't have any DVD cases that are blue, so I didn't have a choice but to use a black DVD case. So, oh yes, and I remember watching this last year, and yeah, and I remember listening to the Pride song, and I was like, I'm never listening to that again. Like, I'm never ever listening to that song again. It's too childish. So,
but there's one thing that was really cool in the music video. There was the deleted scene from Toss the Circus with Salty pulling Annie Clarabelle in a circus.
Yeah. Of course, they used the deleted scene. So yeah, I could truly understand. Oh, and there's and VHS
what
DVD.
What a coincidence!
What were you trying to say?
VHS and DVD 2000.
You were saying
what?
Coincidence or something like that?
Right, it says in his thing, what a coincidence. I was watching that Thomas DVD with my nephew today. Oh, you were nice, VHS and DVD.
Oh, okay. All right. Man, I did not pay attention to that.
It's okay.
All right, and now you're showing Thomas's Trusty Friends. Here it is, right now.
Yep, all of you and our copies are the same, so there's no reason to explain anything. But I was impressed with the crash they did in the episode itself, Toss's Trusty Friends, where they only filmed it with just one take, and it went very well.
Ooh.
You know, with when the chimney fell down, it went very well with just one take on the crash. Yeah. And yes, I know when you watch this DVD, Jake Varn, well, I did before so much.
Well,
Yes,
I
on
watched
this
I watched it since I think 2020. Worst year.
yes, after the One Friendly Family song, there's an error. Percy blows Thomas's whistle in the engine transition part.
Oh yeah, they put Thomas's whistle sound on Percy for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention there's also an error in the previous release at the beginning of Toby Feels Left Out where Henry has Gordon's whistle.
Man, I guess Gordon and Henry might have similar whistles or something like that.
Well, I wouldn't say it's that bad of an error because both of their whistles sound similar, but there's a little bit of extra oomph in Gordon's whistle. It's basically Henry's whistle, but with an extra chord.
Extra. Okay, so that's what they think for Gordon's whistle.
Well, let me try. All right, here's what Henry's whistle sound like. Now, Gordon, like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's Thomas's Trusty Friends all done, and now I have 3 copies of Carnival Capers. Because luckily I can hold these on in case I need to upgrade their cases. Here's the one I'm going to use in the main collection, the slipcover variant. And yeah, like I said, sorry about these nicks on the slipcover. It'll have to do, but luckily the spines aren't faded, which makes me happy.
Well, for my copy, yeah, the spine's faded, but I'm not worrying about that at the moment. So
yeah, I know you don't mind if it's faded a little bit, but me, I like when it's.
Not. Of course not. I thought, why not? I just not worry about that. So.
And yes, I know this advert for other Fox Kids stuff, Jake Barton, you're not going to get like Care Bears or Strawberry Shortcake or.
Yeah, I used to watch Strawberry Shortcake when I was a kid, but since I'm grown up, I don't think I really care for that show. Yeah, I don't think so. And the
also
Care Bears
for the
the Care Bears, I don't care about them either. So. Come on, open. All right. Yeah, this one only has this, so.
Mine's got the insert I was showing you when I opened up my copy. I'm not supposed to slow it up, but I don't care. We've been going on for so long. So that's why I'm showing off.
And my copy of Carnival Capers is similar to the original, but the only difference is the Lionsgate logo is printed on it instead of the 20th Century Fox one. But.
Oh, and VHS and DVD 2006 says he likes the Care Bears, but no thanks for Strawberry Shortcake. Oh, okay. That's fine, VHS and DVD 2006. I respect your opinion on Care Bears. And
mine too. I mean, I liked Care Bear. I kind of liked Care Bears growing up. My sisters liked Care Bears, but I mean, I just own them because they were my sister's favorite shows growing up. But anyway, here's my 3rd Carnival Capers. Well, here's the second one, just in case I forgot. Yeah, none of these spare ones have booklets, but that's okay.
I've never seen Care Bears, but I gave some DVDs of Care Bears to someone who really enjoys the show on his birthday.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's nice. But anyway, VHS and DVD 2006 says, although some of the cast members who are involved in Dragon Tales are in the show.
Oh my goodness!
I'm not sure which ones you're referring to, VHS and DVD 2006. Maybe Chantal Strand, who did Cassie, or maybe Andrea Libman, who did Emmy, or.
Well, I did hear that some of those cast members were also on My Little Pony as well.
Oh, My Little Pony, bother that. And they used Emmy's voice actor. Ugh,
yes.
Characters. Oh, my word. Bust my cow catchers.
She was the one that voiced Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy, but I'm going to be honest, Dragon Tales is always better.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Dragon Tales better than Care Bears and My Little Pony. So that's what I'll do for now. So
Okay, I think yes, he's referring to Andrea Libman and for the Care Bears. I think he's referring to the Care Bears. Those two.
oh, okay. Yeah, so those are the two voice actors in Care Bears.
But yep, here's Toss the Toy Workshop, my original copy.
And here's Thomas in the Toy Workshop. Excuse me. Sounds of Sodor. I almost said Treasure, but we're not into Thomas and the Treasure yet. So,
Well, after Ultimate Christmas, then it's time for Toss the Treasure.
yeah.
Yep. There's Toy Workshop. Our posters are the same, except yours is the sounds version. Mine's not, but
Yeah.
even though,
Yeah.
yes, when I went to the train convention to find this Jake Barn, it was still the same mold. The disc holder on the sounds version did have a little broken part, but I had to leave it because I didn't want to get it like that.
Yeah, not when that disc holder was broken. Not like that.
Yeah, I wanted to have it where the whole disc holder was perfectly intact, not like half broken off, but like yours has the whole thing on it.
Well, mine's not broken. It's still intact. So
one of my DVDs from Warner Brothers, an older snack case, had a similar problem where the disc almost fell out of its case, but I got rid of the old snapper case and put the DVD in the newer one.
You know, I was thinking, since you said that, well, yeah, I've brought this up before, Flickle Returns, that I remember even though this movie I couldn't finish, which was Gone with the Wind, which I'll never watch again, even though these celebrities are in that movie are not around anymore, I actually got a snapper case from that DVD of the movie Gone with the Wind so I could put it over my Tom and Jerry Whiskers Away 2003 DVD, even though I'm positive. And also, I should have kept my Tom and Jerry Greatest Chases 2000 DVD, because the reasons why is because on that DVD of Greatest Chases, that portion of the cartoon, The Little Orphan, that one, it has Tom. Well, yes, the candle gets burned on Tom's tail, but it cuts halfway through, and then it just cuts to the part with Nibbles doing this burst out a champagne bottle. But on the anthology, the Golden Era Anthology collection, which I have on my shelf over there, it has the full version of The Little Orphan of that scene getting Tom being burned by a candlestick. That one has the full version on the episode itself, The Little Orphan, and has a flashback on the cartoon called Life with Tom.
Wow.
Yes, but maybe that's a reason I should have kept my Greatest Chases DVD, just to have two variants of the cartoon, The Little Orphan, which came out sometime in the 1940s. But anyway, yes, and on this Thomas DVD of Season 9, Michael Brandon doesn't read the titles of these episodes aloud, which is weird.
Because apparently Thomas and the Toy Workshop was originally named Thomas and the Toy Shop, and for some reason he didn't call the Toy Workshop he did not call the Toy Shop as Workshop. So yeah.
And on those Thomas TVs I forgot to mention earlier when we said, luckily I didn't talk about the parts of Michael Brandon on PBS Kids airings. Michael Brandon actually said Rusty female instead of male on the Tuneful Toots on Tales from the Tracks, and Duncan and the Old Lion on Milkshake Muddle. But I'm pretty sure the version on Tuneful Toots on Music Everywhere Hit Favorites DVD that they fixed it. But Thomas the Statue and Thomas the Rainbow get said aloud on Engine Friends.
Yeah, and for Thomas and the Rainbow, it's also on Hit Favorites Summertime Fun. So
yeah, that's also said aloud on that DVD too.
And yes, Thomas and the Statue, I'd rather watch it better than you know what episode, the Billboard one. Ugh.
But yeah, because speaking of that, when we get to the Season 12 DVDs, Jake Warren, I do have them all individually, but we'll go to...
And about Thomas and the Statue, I think this is one of the few times where Percy actually got very upset and angry with Thomas. It's like, stop talking about the statue!
Thomas gasped.
No one wants to hear about it anymore. No one wants to talk to you anymore. And neither
Percy,
do I.
I didn't do Percy. Yeah. Well, yeah. You know what Michael Brandon said when Michael Brandon said Percy added crossly, yes. And then was all alone. No one was talking to him. Thomas felt very sad. But then, of course, imagine if I watched this episode of You the Statue, What if they still added the engines that were crossed at Thomas earlier, and Edward and Percy were still in their cross faces, but Gordon and Henry were happy and James was smiling? What if they still had Percy mad when Thomas was approaching Tidmouth Sheds, but luckily they changed him back to his happy face? But anyways, I'm just proving a point. But anyway, here's Ultimate Christmas.
I have it, and it has the Wooden Railway Holiday Caboose.
Yep, which was originally in the Winter Wonderland pack of Thomas Wooden Railway, of course. Yeah, they cut off Gordon on the wooden train box, but on this one, Henry and James's and Percy face are cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. VHS and DVD 2006. That your nephew got that DVD for Christmas, and that's cool. He did watch it because. Yes, I think he's referring to what the DVD we have is Ultimate Christmas. Yeah, I agree. It's my all-time favorite Thomas Home Media Christmas release of all time.
I remember.
Oh yes, I think I like this one too, like the Ultimate Christmas release, because I remember watching it since probably 2023. So that was probably 3 years ago.
I remember telling you this before, but I actually used to get this DVD briefly back in like 2008 or so that had the newer Anchor Bay logo on the front and on the spine in the back instead of the older one.
Yep. Ultimate Christmas with Ultimate Christmas being the last DVD of 2007, and now we're going into the first 2008 release of Toss the Treasure.
Here it is now.
Now here's Thomas and the Treasure, yeah.
Sounds of Sodor, of course, same thing.
Yep, just different packaging, that's all.
And I fixed the mistake where it says Character Gallery, even though it's Character Cube, because they reused it from Thomas and the Jet Engine, Thomas Gets Bumped, and Thomas and the Toy Workshop.
All I have to do on my copy is just cover up the word gallery and replace it with cube, because the word character's right. I just had to call it character cube instead of character gallery. Yeah, I should have done. I'll do that on Toy Workshop eventually.
I think they also made a similar mistake on an earlier release that we covered earlier, but on Henry and the Elephant, it said character gallery on the back, and it actually showed Sir Topham Hatt's scrapbook.
I fixed it. Replace. Yep. Yeah, it says Character Gallery, but it shows Sir Topham Hatt's scrapbook as long as it's the second version from New Friends for Thomas. Because I love how they added Spencer, Emily, Arthur, Murdoch, and Jack and Alfie.
Yes. In comparison, Thomas in the Special Letter used the first version from Salt Secret.
Yep. Yeah, that's interesting. But now here's my 2 copies of Engines and Escapades, Jake Barn, because luckily I think it makes sense to do this one next.
Yep, here's my Engines and Escapades DVD, and yes, this is the 20th Century Fox copy, and plus this is the last Thomas and Friends DVD to be distributed by 20th Century Fox before eventually Lionsgate had to take over.
And there's actually a trailer. The Great Discovery was originally going to be released by 20th Century Fox, but they changed it to Lionsgate at the last minute.
Kind of like an early trailer for The Great Discovery. Yeah, 20th Century Fox was originally going to distribute it, but since 20th Century Fox lost the rights, I guess Lionsgate had to take over.
Yes,
So
20th Century Fox also lost the rights to releasing Bob the Builder and Barney releases the same year.
yeah,
Which I'm going to be honest, the only hit entertainment show I actually do like is Thomas.
and VHS and DVD 2006 says blue cases. Well,
Yeah, some of our copies are blue.
yeah, I have this in a blue case and Carnival Capers, but not Milkshake Model because I have it in a black case since, like I said, I had no choice but to use a black case for a Milkshake Model since I do not have any cases that are blue. Oh, I forgot. Come Ride the Rails also comes in a blue case, so my bad. So apparently I have this, and Carnival Capers in blue cases, but not Milkshake Model, because
Yeah, I remember I actually put a blue case on the DVD of Best of Gordon, which is a classic series release. That hasn't happened, or it might have, but it's pretty cool.
All right, here comes the next stack. I've been going on for an hour and 46 minutes. Here's my 2 Mud Glorious Mud DVD copies.
I have the Sounds of Sodor DVD of Mud Glorious Mud, so
Yeah, I think I just have to hunt that version down. Yeah.
I have Mud Glorious Mud as well, but it's a Lionsgate reprint, and it's not in great condition except for a little bit of the spine and the back cover.
And yes, Mud Glorious Mud, this is the last time that they have a DVD booklet made. Yeah, because on the last 2 DVDs that are distributed by Anchor Bay, Henry and the Elephant and Rusty to the Rescue, they stopped making DVD booklets like these because apparently Anchor Bay is no longer going to be distributing Thomas and Friends no more.
Yes, plus it was the final classic series release entirely to be put by Anchor Bay on DVD.
Yeah. But anyways, here's The Great Discovery.
First Thomas and Friends DVD to be distributed by Lionsgate. I remember watching this about a year ago, so...
Yep, it's the only way to see Pierce Brosnan, but he also narrated this movie in the UK as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, except he had to say the UK terms such as Fat Controller and the Thin Controller, aka Mr. Percival.
Yes, my copy's in a black case instead of a blue case, so...
Mine's a blue case.
Mine's a black one since I got this from eBay since worst year ever.
Probably me too, but I'm pretty sure I had this exact DVD copy since 2008 or 9 or something like that. Anyway. Yeah. And yes, I know this is weird. Why are there balloons? But everyone's upset after the tower accident. And where the living heck is Edward? If I remake this scene from the movie, Jake Martin, I'll make sure to add Edward.
Same with me, movie and game lover. Same
Just
with
like
me.
Just like how this guy, when he narrates the Thomas the Magic Railroad story himself, he put Edward in his run too, because apparently Edward wasn't in Magic Railroad, but in his own narration of the movie, he decided to put Edward himself.
But I found out why. But I found out why they couldn't put Edward in Magic Railroad, because they didn't have any time to do the conversation with Phil Farrell.
Yes, Phil Farrelly, yeah. Yeah, because of an interview with Phil Farrelly, yeah.
And hey, Sir Topham Hatt was not in the film as well. He was only mentioned.
Yes, because he was on vacation,
or holiday in the UK.
But if he was in that film, this could have been the only time outside of menus where we could have Sir Topham Hatt voiced by Robin Smith. Like,
well, that would be cool. But anyway, Great Discovery is all done. Now I get to show all of my 4 season 12 DVDs individually. Jake Martin.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know why I'm showing my Rusty to the Rescue DVD. All right, here are my 2 season 12 releases of Thomas, which I only have 2.
I only have 1.
Now I get to show them all individually of the season 12 DVDs individually now.
Yeah, I still need 2 more season 12 releases of Thomas left to get. I still need to get Team Up with Thomas and Percy in the Bandstand, and then I'll have all of them.
I have the only one
Now
I have.
here's Railway
I used to
Friends,
have
which
Speed Adventures on DVD, but that one got lost.
I'll show that eventually. Me and Jake Barn have High Speed Adventures individually. Here's
yeah,
Railway-
I have Railway
yeah.
Friends, which yes is in a black case instead of a blue case. So yeah.
Yep, mine also has the pamphlet as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Close that. Yes, and some people say like it's weird. It says why say all new CGI animated series, but this season still uses live action models, but with CGI elements.
Well, apparently they're using CGI elements on the humans and on the trains, I think.
Maybe that's why they put it on this individual DVD.
But there are some scenes where when the engines are like puffing, they switch back to using the models briefly before CGI. So that's like season 12 being a transitional season.
Yeah.
Well, of course they're using both model and CGI.
It's a mixture of both. But yeah, mine's got a Walmart sticker, Jake Barn, but I didn't get this from Walmart. I got it off eBay. Wait, here's High Speed Adventures.
Oh, I'm trying to. Oh, and yes, Movie and Game Lover 98. I know you don't like the Best Friends episode, but I found out who wrote. I found out who wrote Best Friends. It's Anna Starkey.
Anna Starkey? I was like, yes. Okay, Anna Starkey, why would you do this to Percy in this episode?
Yeah, Anna Starkey. She wrote the episode, and as far as I know, this is the only Thomas episode to have Anna Starkey as the writer. So,
I don't know who wrote Saved You. I don't like Saved You either.
Paul Larson wrote that.
Paul Larson, seriously? Paul Larson?
Yeah, and speaking about Paul Larson, he also wrote Excellent Emily.
Here's my individual High Speed Adventures DVD copy.
We know one of the episodes on here would also be on the Birthday Express, which I know some people may not like, but it is the Party Surprise.
Here's my High Speed Adventures individual DVD. Yeah, there's still some sticky stuff on the back of mine, Jake Barn, because it had a sticky Toys R Us thing, even though I got both Toys R Us stickers off there, even though I like this. It was originally purchased from Toys R Us.
Yes, Movie and Game Lover 98. Yes, here's my High Speed Adventures DVD with a slipcover, and yes, it has a Walmart sticker, even though I got it from eBay. So, apparently, this DVD was originally purchased from Walmart, and but I got this from eBay's, also from that worst year ever. And yes, comes in a black case instead of a blue one, which I'm not worrying about that at the moment. So
mine's in a blue case, and luckily when I got this copy off of eBay, it came with that insert from Railway Friends at least. Yeah, like the pamphlet's not in this copy anymore. That's why I wanted to show you, even though I'm not supposed to slide out slipcover editions, but I wanted to explain something. Yes, but it has the worst episode we hate, Toss the Billboard. It's on this release.
Yes. Screw Thomas and the Billboard, and I found out who wrote the episode. It's Mark Robertson.
I'm surprised though. This writer, who's got my personal first name in real life, I was like, that Mr. Robertson, what is your problem?
Anyway, I actually, believe it or not, I saw that episode one time when I recorded Thomas on PBS. It was a broadcast called Being Careful. Thomas and the Billboard was one of the episodes on that when I recorded it on PBS back in 2009. It was in the PBS broadcast Being Careful, in addition to the High Speed Adventures DVD. And after recording that episode on TV, that was the final straw. I decided I'm not watching more Thomas on PBS after that episode.
Anyway. Yeah, that's done with High Speed Adventures. Now here's my individual copy of Team Up with Thomas. Oh. He says my favorite Thomas video is James Goes Buzz. Oh, nice. But anyway, yep, here's my individual Team Up with Thomas DVD, which I got in a lot. Because apparently I couldn't find the slipcover version all by itself off eBay. And here's individual copy of Percy in the Bandstand.
Oh
yeah,
yes, there's I know you don't like The Man in the Hills, but I don't blame Sharon Miller for writing the episode. Yeah, Sharon Miller wrote The Man in the Hills, so
yes. And that episode is also on the Birthday Express DVD, which we will get into later.
Yeah, anyway, there's Percy in the Bandstand. Hero of the Rails.
Movie and Game Over 98. I forgot to mention, I know you don't like. Oh wait, I already mentioned that. I already mentioned who wrote the Saved You episode. So
yeah,
I thought I forgot, but obviously I didn't. All right,
okay.
You're showing Hero of the Rails.
Yep. Yes, why does it say Thomas speaking his own voice for the first time? Even though his very first movie, Magic Railroad, they did that.
Well, maybe they mentioned it was maybe mentioning speak for the very first time since Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
But apparently Mattel, who owns Hit Entertainment, they say they don't want to. They think Magic Railroad's not canon, so they didn't think of that.
Which they should have. They should have thought about that.
But yeah, everyone should own Hero of the Rails. Here's Holiday Express. Oh, thank you, VHS and DVD 2006. I'm so far in the collection because I've been showing extra variants of Thomas.
I only have 2 more Thomas DVDs left in my collection, but I won't get into these until we get to the 2011 releases.
Yeah. Anyway, here's Holiday Express, which has the corrected 2009 on the slim case, which, even though I won't mind the 2009/2010 thick case copy. Splish Splash Splosh, at first released in 2010. Toss the Runaway Kite. And, oh, look at this, guys. 3 whopping copies of the greatest stories.
Oh my!
One of them's a Canadian print.
Yes, because apparently but the coolest thing is it will work in my DV player because it is Region 1. Didn't I bring this up in past streams? That yes, even if it's Canadian, it will work in the United States DVD player. But here's a second North American DVD copy, which I don't know why. Yes, I bought this off Sierra Warren Abel's eBay store like a while ago. He says this and the Canadian one are factory errors. Because apparently, due to the fact, because he says probably because of the thing, the DVD-ROM thing doesn't work anymore. Okay, now here's the Canadian copy. Because it says Lion Cub, because I'm pretty sure, like, I know this for all the Canadian Lionsgate distributors. I'm pretty sure up to about Misty Island Rescue they did Lion Cub, but then from Merry Winter Wish up till about, I think, Day of the Diesels they did Maple Pictures.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Maple Pictures up to about Day of the Diesels, and then I think for Merry Christmas Thomas up to Blue Mountain Mystery, they did Alliance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard of that. And I surprisingly, back in 2012, I know Jake Martin may not be a fan of this show, but I actually got back in like 2012, surprisingly got 2 Canadian VHS tapes of Clifford the Big Red Dog that were released by Alliance Atlantis as well.
Well, that explains something. But anyway, here's Creaky Cranky, the only one. But maybe the reason I should get just one copy of the Steam Team Collection, just like you, Jake Barton, is because I have this version of Creaky Cranky individually that I got from Big Lots back in 2016. Maybe if I find a copy of Creaky Cranky just by itself off eBay and just put this in next to the other copies of Greatest Stories, I'll try that. And, of course, Misty Island Rescue on both regular DVD and Blu-ray, Jake Barn, because the reason I think I changed my mind of getting the 3-movie pack of the movie pack you're going to get with has this and Day of the Diesels and Blue Mountain Mystery. I actually think I changed my mind on getting that movie pack just like you, because apparently these Blu-ray combo packs, they come with DVDs inside anyway.
Yeah.
So I think I changed my mind. I decided to, yes, get this DVD individually anyway of Misty Island Rescue on DVD solo. Because nobody remembers seeing this copy pop up anymore.
I remember seeing a trailer for it at the beginning of the Birthday Express, which we will get into eventually.
Yeah. But like I said, yeah, here's the Blu-ray version of Misty Island Rescue, which, like I said, I think all I have to do is get the Heroic / Ted movie birthday collection. That means, even though I don't like this movie that much, even though the Blu-ray looks awesome for this movie. Anyway, here's Merry Winter Wish. I'm gonna have to speed up now because it's past.
Well, y'all could talk about something. I might have to put my phone down because I gotta put most of my Thomas Prince DVDs away so I could have some room. So.
Oh well, okay. So yourself.
So I'll be back. So.
Okay. Well, okay. Jake Barton just muted his screen. He has to put his stuff away. Anyway, right. Here's the line of Soda by itself. I might just end up getting this solo because I realized I talked about with the Creaky release. Wobbly Wheels and Whistles. And Pop Goes Thomas. The Birthday Express.
All right. I have that one.
I'll have to get this version with the big box one of these days.
This one reuses 2 stories that were on previous releases, The Man in the Hills and The Party Surprise from Season 12. It also has Season 13 episodes, Percy's Parcel and Double Trouble, not to be confused with the Season 2 episode in the US.
Yeah, they called it for both regions for the CGI series. Thomas in Charge. And, of course, Day of the Diesels on Blu-ray for the last stack, this one. All right, now I have 2 copies of Merry Christmas Thomas Flickla Returns.
All right, And this is the last Thomas DVD that I have. And it's in a green case.
Yeah, I wish I could find a green. I wonder if they have eco boxes for DVD cases in green. I'll have to get one of those if they have one.
I put it in that green case because green is a Christmas color.
Yeah. Anyway, here's my slipcover version. Here's the one without a slipcover because I want to use this for the one Christmas collection, which I'll get soon, which is Holiday Collection. Here's Rescue on the Rails, the very last Thomas DVD of 2011.
And that was all my Thomas stuff that I've shown, and I'll have you show off the rest.
Yep. Like I said, Rescue on the Rails. That's the very last Thomas DVD of 2011.
All right, I'm back. All right, I'm back, y'all. Now I gotta show Wobbly Wheels and Whistles.
Yep.
I'm probably not gonna find out in the end credits who wrote Jumping Joby Wood. I don't think I have any time, so.
Yeah, Curious Cargo.
And yes, I skipped watching this one. Timmy's Plane. Man, I can't speak. If I get the Lion of Sodor, I'll skip that too. So since I don't really care for Timmy Time at this point.
And some of those DVDs also had a bonus episode of Rory the Racing Car. I know some people may not be a big fan of that.
Not me. I had to skip one. Rory's first day in Railway Friends, and Pop Goes Thomas. Speaking about Pop Goes Thomas, here it is. And Big Chris learns to fly from High Speed Adventures. If I get team up with Thomas that has Rory takes off along with the Birthday Express, I'm also gonna have to skip the Rory the Racing Car bonus episode on these Thomas releases. So I really don't care for Rory the Racing Car that much. So
And here's Up and Away.
And here's Rescue on the Rails. In my opinion, for Thomas You're the Leader, I rather prefer the version from the Great Discovery. So yeah, that's what I'll do for now. I'd rather listen to the Great Discovery version of Thomas You're the Leader. And for really useful engines, I'd rather listen to the classic era one. Since when? Season 4? So
well, of course, there's the shortened one there's also the shortened one in Magic Railroad as well.
Well, I don't think I like that. So I prefer the season 4 version better. So
but anyway, here's Engine Friends, which has some exclusive dubbed episodes that were put on here, like the Ringo Starr, See From Scrap and A New Friend for Thomas, and Michael Brandon of Emily's New Coaches. Yep, I know Engine Friends you have to work very hard to find.
Yeah.
Schoolhouse Delivery. And then Blue Mountain Mystery. Like I said, you weren't. Well, your screen was off when I was showing Day of the Diesels in the last stack of that one, Jake Barton.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think I changed my mind. I'm going to get the single individual DVD copy of Blue Mountain Mystery, but the Blu-ray will still stay on the far side of my Toss Media collection because I want to have all DVDs. Because, like I said, this is how I'll have it 4 times. Because, like I said, these Blu-ray sets come with DVDs. So I just have to find the slipcover DVD. Excuse me. What the heck am I doing burping? But anyway. Blue Mountain Mystery. Done. Here's a Veritas Christmas. And Sticky Situations, the last Thomas release of 2012.
Yeah, I have Sticky Situations, as long as my copy with magnets, of course.
Don't need to use the magnets in my copy.
But I'm not gonna use these for now, so I'm just gonna leave these intact.
Yeah, just to make the copy look as filled up as possible. Yeah. And then Muddy Matters, the first Thomas DVD of 2013. And yep, here's Go-Go Thomas, but look at this. I replaced this case from a copy that wasn't the case. The bottom of the case isn't bent. But this disc and insert were from the copy I got back in 2019. There we go. I figured out the year I got Go-Go Thomas from eBay was 2019. There's Railway Mischief. Animals Aboard, which some people don't want to get this release, even though.
But I'm getting it.
Yeah, I know you want to find it eventually soon, but the Lionsgate print might be tricky to find, so be really careful. As long as. And of course, here's something I would, even though I just mentioned Blue Mountain Mystery, well, I showed Blue Mountain Mystery earlier, but here's King of the Railway on regular DVD. I remember getting this from Target back at the end of 2013, but I remember getting this, well, oh, if I could, well, I'll just, well, yeah, you know what I mean. King of the Railway on regular DVD. I just need to find the version in 10 movie birthday collection. There's the Blu-ray counterpart. That's the reason I got the DVD with the slipcover Jake Barner, because this Blu-ray doesn't have a slipcover. But anyway, here's Santa's Little Engine. The Thomas Way, the last release of 2013, and the last Thomas DVD overall to be in full screen.
But even though, if we get to Wild Water Rescue, the Determination song sing-along music video, it goes back to being in full screen. And yes, it uses the model era and a scene where Thomas puts a new beam onto the Soldor suspension bridge.
Yeah, that's one thing. But anyway, here's Spills and Thrills, the first DVD of 2014, and the first one where the episodes are in widescreen. Trouble in the Tracks, not to be confused with that PC game. And that was the last Thomas DVD to be distributed by Lionsgate.
Now for the ones to be distributed by Universal, and here's Engine on the Rails, which I have it in the limited 2-pack with the digital code for Tale of the Brave. Yeah, I was
Engines to
the that'd be Tale of the Brave, yes. Yeah, Engines to the Rescue. Yeah, I was forced to get this DVD in the limited edition 2-pack because I could not find Engines to the Rescue individually on eBay, which really annoys me. So, yeah, I was so annoyed, movie and game lover. Very annoyed indeed.
Yeah, so anyway, here's my Blu-ray of Tale of the Brave.
Oh, this is the film that broke the Engine's back and took the cake. This Percy is poorly written here.
I'll blame Andrew Brenner. I mean, he wrote this movie.
All right, here's Tale of the Brave, which I have on DVD, and no slipcover, but I'm not worrying about that at the moment. And well, even though I don't blame Andrew Brenner for writing that movie, none of this would have happened if he would have made Percy act like a insane psycho green caterpillar with red stripes.
Yeah, but no, he was poorly written in there.
So now I'm gonna have to think of a better dialogue on Tale of the Brave, because hear me out, you two. I already did better dialogues on 2 Dragon Tale Season 1 episodes, A Cool School, and No Hitter. So that's that. Now I gotta do Bully for You, Miami or Bust, and probably some other ones. Probably Snow Dragons. So if I could understand what the episodes are off the top of my head. Anyways, you're showing the Christmas Engines movie Game Lover.
Yeah, the Christmas Engines. I was trying to tell you back. I didn't want to interrupt your conversation, but anyway, here's the Christmas Engines. Yeah, this might be easy to find off Amazon or eBay, no matter what you choose. Yeah. Yes, we brought up with Duck in the Water episode already. And there's Signals Cross, the last release of 2014.
Yeah, I watched it since about, I think last year. I think that was last year. So, and no steam about Cole. I wish Davey Moore did not write the episode.
I'm not gonna murder that Davey Moore. Davey Moore guy.
But instead of murdering Davey Moore, shall we think of a way to teach him a lesson, like make a better dialogue on it? Just like just like I said, 2 Dragon Tales episode, No Hitter, and A Cool School. I already teach two writers a lesson. I don't know who wrote A Cool School, but
it was the same guy. It was the same person that wrote Bully for You.
So you're saying at this moment it was Cliff, Ruby, and Elena Lesser?
Yes, it was.
Oh, so now I got to teach Elena Lesser and Cliff Ruby a lesson, and oh yeah, I already did. I already teach them a lesson by making a better dialogue on A Cool School. Jeffrey Scott, I already teach him a lesson in No Hitter. Now I got to teach him a lesson in Miami or Bust, and oh yes, Bully for You from Dragon Tales. I need to think of a better dialogue on Bully for You to teach Cliff Ruby and Elena Lesser a lesson. So, yeah, my better dialogues will teach those writers a lesson. This will teach them a lesson. That's what Thomas says to those freight cars. This will teach you a lesson. This will teach you a lesson.
He told the freight cars.
Now I got to teach.
Yep.
I need to and as for Andrew Brenner, of course, I have got to teach him a lesson too. So,
I looked at Miami or Bust, and Jeffrey Scott wrote Miami or Bust.
Yeah, Jeffrey Scott. He also write Miami or Bust. So I got to think of a better dialogue to teach him a lesson. So,
yeah. And I know Cliff Ruby and Elena Lesser also wrote the very first episode. I think it was one of the very first episodes, The Forest of Darkness. And
yes. I found out To Fly with Dragons and The Forest of Darkness. Cliff Ruby and Elena Lesser wrote these episodes. So, and I thought, that's fine if they wrote these episodes.
Well, for some of them, others could use a little bit more room for improvement, especially Bully for You in A Cool School and a whole bunch of other.
Yeah, but anyway, that was done with Signals Cross, the last release of 2014. Now on to some releases of 2015 with Dials and Discoveries first and Adventure Begins. Now here's The Adventure Begins. Next up to Whale of a Tale.
Here it is.
Yep, like I said, I'm glad none of my spots are pink on anywhere on the slipcover.
Mine neither. But honestly, I'm not worrying about those pink spots on Thomas and Toad's face. Well, of course, there's no pink spots on their faces, so yeah.
Yes, and we're trying to figure out who wrote Henry Spot's Troubles.
Oh yes. Let me find. Let me mute this mic so you don't hear me typing my keyboard because it sounds annoying to you. So.
But anyway, yeah. There's Whale of a Tale. First episodic releases with Thomas, Percy, and James with their new voice actors, Joseph May, Christopher Raglan, Rob Rackstraw, and Keith Wickham.
All right. I found out who wrote Henry Spot's Trouble. Davy Moore.
Davy Moore again. Oh.
Yeah. Just like he wrote No Steam About Coal, and there might be some more episodes that he wrote because I know he wrote Luke's New Friend.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I do know some of the writers who wrote for Dragon Tales episodes, like Bob Corral and Dean Steffen, also wrote episodes for Clifford the Big Red Dog as well.
Anyway, here's Wild Water Rescue.
And fun fact about Cliff Ruby and Elena Lesser, they actually wrote a couple of Arthur episodes as well.
Anyways, moving Game Lover 98. For Wild Water Rescue, this one only has one season 19 episode and 5 from season 16, but they're never before seen on DVD. So,
and they're playing in widescreen the season 16 episodes.
But in one of the special features in full screen, it's this one, the Determination song, the sing along music video, and like I said, yes, they used the model era, but they added a scene where Thomas is putting a new beam onto the Sodor suspension bridge in Calling All Engines, because in Songs from the Station, we don't see that in Songs from the Station. Instead, we saw some footage from seasons 6 and 7.
I mean, I'll have to listen to the Termination song off camera. This version on Wild Water Rescue, to be exact.
I did show it to you in one of your streams back in 2023. So
yeah,
that
was the year.
As long as my TV was muted. So
yes, to avoid copyright. But I brought this up. If you get this. Yeah, you get to this. Well, when you get Dragon Tales, whatever, I'm afraid now that I'm bringing this up, because the episode Bust My Buffers is on this release because it has that error. Why do Den and Dart have to fix Gordon? But they said in Dave the Diesel and Old Wheezy Wobbles they don't.
I gotta find out who wrote the Bust My Buffers episode. I gotta mute again so you don't hear me type on my iPad's keyboard.
While he's checking both the returns, it's about 9:53 my state area.
But at least we are getting close to finishing, so.
Yeah, because I know we've been going on for so long,
because our times are 2 hours apart. Mine is 2 hours behind.
Yours is -2 hours. Jake Barton's -1 hour.
Yeah.
So, yep, still holding Wild Water Rescue before I get the next. I'll just hold the next release by me.
Okay. I found the end credits to this one. Sharon Miller wrote "Bust My Buffer," so yeah, I don't blame Sharon Miller, but yeah, Sharon Miller wrote the episode, just like she wrote "Happy Birthday, Sir" and Percy and the Monster of Brandon. So yeah, we have 3 episodes on this release that Sharon Miller wrote. So yeah,
but and I've said this since about the episode Bust My Verse, and Sharon Miller didn't do a good job of knowing the continuity.
Yeah.
When you get Dragon Tales, whenever I'm afraid on VHS, Jake Barn, you'll have to let Cowboy Max play through. But I said you can skip it on the DVD if whenever I'm afraid when you get it.
Yeah. I understand Movie and Game Lover 98, and also, but I would tell you, in my opinion, none of this would have happened if Jim Fisher and Jim Stahl wrote the episode. Just like they wrote some season 2 episodes. Yeah, I found out what the other Jim's person's last name is. Stahl. Jim Stahl, besides Jim Fisher. So it's Jim Fisher and Jim Stahl. Those two are responsible for writing Cowboy Max.
But anyway, Wild Water Rescue's done. Now on to Solar's Legend of the Lost Treasure, which
This is the film where Sir Topham Hatt is at his worst here.
His tolerance is the worst in this movie. He could have gotten fired after this movie.
Oh yes, Movie and Game Lover 98. Just like Tales from the Tale of the Brave, excuse me. Yeah, mine does not have a slipcover, but I'm not worrying about that at the moment. This one has a Toys R Us sticker, because this DVD was originally purchased from Toys R Us, but I got it for my birthday since 2022, and yeah, and Movie and Game Lover 98, none of this would have happened if Andrew Brenner would have wrote the movie. Well, none of this would have happened if he would have made Sir Topham Hatt treat Thomas like a barnacle head.
I don't want to murder that Andrew Brenner, despite he's writing's way better than Sharon Miller's.
Well, everybody has writing flaws when they make shows. Some writings are good, some are bad.
Well. So let me tell you this, Movie and Game Lover 98. Instead of murdering Andrew Brenner, we need to figure out to make better dialogues on this and Tale of the Brave to teach Andrew Brenner a lesson.
Like, maybe Sir Topham Hatt should have gotten a scolding from his mother?
Or manager, whatever. I mean, if it's my opinion.
Well, in our opinions, we say Sir Tom Hatt's manager, because... But yeah, we're all proving the point.
Yeah, like Sir Topham Hatt's manager threatens to fire Sir Topham Hatt.
The next time he yells at Thomas again, he's going to get a scolding, and he says he's going to lose his job.
Or in other words, he's going to get terminated. Sir Topham Hatt would probably get terminated from his job.
So that's why I only have one copy of Lost Treasure, because I cannot stand Sir Topham Hatt being a stupid bitch to Thomas. But anyways, next up to Toss's Christmas Carol. And Tales on the Rails. Last TV of 2015.
Oh, I forgot. Here's Tales on the Rails. This one has three season 19 episodes and last 2 from season 18. Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
Man, I hope I'm not hiccuping.
Well, you're excused.
Yeah. And yes, the 3 season 19 episodes and the 2 season 18 episodes, Thomas, Percy, and James have different voices in the episodes, but Mark Morgan narrates all of them. That's the last TV 2015, Tales on the Rails, and Start Your Engines, first TV of 2016.
This one I also watched about last year, along with the Fun with Thomas DVD sampler.
Yeah. And yeah, even though I'll bring up something else with the other episode, yeah, we mentioned the parts with Reds versus Blues or Slow Steven, Jake Martin. I think I will explain something about the Philip to the Rescue episode. Even though we never got the episode A Shed for Edward on DVD in the US, the portion of the Philip to the Rescue episode where he rescues James from falling over the brick the brick wall of the stone bridge. That gets told by Philip tells that story to Edward in a shed for Edward from Philip to the rescue. Well, this one, Philip becomes a hero when he kept James stood up when he thought he was going to fall down, James, and got dented, but luckily Philip's cab saved him. It's like buffer on somebody's cab. Anyways, here's to the Great Race movie.
This one I have on DVD and no slipcover, but I'm not worrying about that at the moment. And yes, I watched it about last year, and yeah, Andrew Brenner wrote the episode, and so in my opinion, none of this would have happened if Andrew Brenner would have made Annie and Clarabelle be liars to Thomas. I was not very pleased at the part. Not pleased at all.
And of course, yes, we don't like the engine parade in this movie, but in the special letter episode, it's better. But this movie makes a callback to the Thomas the Special Letter episode from season 4 in the movie.
Yeah, that part nearly made me upset.
But like I said, it makes a callback to the special letter episode before the logo of the movie pops up.
Yeah, but Movie and Game Lover 98, I have got to think of a better dialogue on The Great Race, just to teach Andrew Brenner a lesson. So.
Or, yes, and of course, when I was watching this movie with a friend, and I freaked out over the part when Thomas was an idiot, and he switched his line, and he made a Shima win. That's similar to the climax of the first Cars when Lightning McQueen decided to do the stupidest thing at the last moment before the checkered flag. He stopped and made Chick Hicks win the race, even though Chick Hicks needs to know better than to stop shoving racers off the track, because, you can't do that in the actual real world, otherwise you'll get disqualified.
Well, I know that, but it's a good thing nobody cheers for Chick Hicks. So?
Yeah, you watched Cars before the movie itself.
Yeah, I watched it since 2023.
But yeah, I'm just proving a point. And yes, but at least we get to see Gordon's brother, Flying Scotsman, speak.
Yeah, because we saw Flying Scotsman in the model era in Tender Engines. Well, we only see his two tenders because the model crew did not have budget to make his locomotive front and his face like this.
But I brought this up that you could see whose model that they cut off to show Flying Scotsman's two tenders. It was Henry's model in the harbor at the big station in Tender Engines. That's Henry's model separated from his tender, holding the two tenders.
Yeah, they had to use Henry's model, so they didn't have a choice, Movie and Game Lover. Not a darn choice.
Well, the model, it's because you know what I mean. But anyway, here's Tinsel on the Tracks. Don't have this yet. Yep, Tinsel on the Tracks. And Ultimate Friendship Adventures, which that's the bad episode. Toss the Babysitter.
Yes, Movie and Game Lover 98. I remember watching this about a year ago, and but let me tell you about something. There's a fun fact in Thomas the Babysitter. They used stock footage from this one, Sword Wars Legend of the Lost Treasure, where Thomas is passing the windmill. Like, at the beginning of the Lost Treasure movie. I am not joking.
Wait, so seriously they used a clip from Lost Treasure, even though because that episode was coming before Lost Treasure in the timeline? In the episode?
Well, yes. Well, yes. Well, we're still in season 19, but there might be some year mix-ups or something like that. I mean, so I don't know if it's before Lost Treasure or after, because. But also something else I've thought of. Look whose cab is way far in the background, while Thomas, is picking up the annoying crying baby. Daisy's in the background. Daisy
I'm not-
in the background?
Yes, like there's a portion of her cab, way in the back.
Well, I'll have to find out once I get off your stream, and then. Oh yes, moving game lover 98. I don't. There's only one baby that Thomas is carrying, just one baby, and when he picked, yeah, we heard the baby crying at the beginning.
Like a stupid J, this word, I will not say it because I think it's way too harsh. I don't want to say this J2- word.
But when Thomas puffs the line, the baby stops crying. But when he stops at if I can remember what places he has to stop at
I think it was Dryaw.
Yeah, Dryle Station. He has to stop at Dryle Station to drop off one of his passengers, and then the baby started crying and
again and again and again.
Well, Annie and Clarabelle tried to sing a lullaby, but nothing's working. But yes, the baby stopped crying when Thomas is puffing again, like he's puffing along the line again. But then he has to stop again. He has to stop at a signal to let Percy go by. And then, when his signal was green, he puffs along the line, and yes, the baby stopped crying, and yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of like that grumpy passenger from Duncan and the Grumpy Passenger. He grumbles about that baby crying, and I was like, yeah, right, Grumpy Passenger, dumb baby.
Or aka Jeremiah Jobling.
Or Jeremiah Jobling, yeah, dumb babies.
Yeah. Similarly, Squidward sometimes acts like that when SpongeBob and Patrick start crying like that. And he's like, would you stop it? That's what Squidward would be like.
Or but what didn't we mention? What's the season 6 Thomas episode we like better than this god-awful episode written by Helen Farrell, Thomas the Babysitter? It's from the season 6 episode, and it has both Thomas and Percy's name in the title, and it's Alicia Body's debut in the TV series?
Yes. Thomas, Percy, and the Squeak.
Where at least that one, there only one bad thing happened, only for a few seconds. Yes, even though it's very scary, Alicia Body screaming when she is about to board Clarabelle. Well, like I can do the line from Thomas Percy the Squeak because Sir Topham Hatt held Clarabelle's door open when
a mouse.
And then of course she starts screaming, and she screams so loud that windows broke all over town.
Definitely a Kalamatura,
said Gordon. Alicia Body was cross.
I can't possibly trouble with engines that are rebuilt with mice.
Or it says, I can't possibly travel in coaches riddled with mice. Oh. This is why we think we should watch Thomas Percy and the Squeak more than Thomas the Babysitter.
All right. I found out. Anyway, so yes, movie and game lover 98, and yes, Thomas. Yeah, when Thomas puffed along the line, the baby stopped crying. But when he stopped at Maidthwaite Station to drop off the rest of his passengers off, the baby has done it again. And last but not least, he stopped at Farquhar Station, which that's on his branch line, of course. And then when he was about to pick up his passengers, I think at the end of the day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, like by the end of the day, yes, the baby and the lady take a long nap.
Oh, excuse me.
Let it out.
Sorry, all right. When he was approaching Farquhar Station, he was hoping that he'll never hear that baby crying again. But he went, oh no! And yes, Annie and Clarabelle were like, oh, not that baby again. And it's still crying. And I was like, yeah, Annie and Clarabelle, that baby never stops crying. Like, Why? Why is it still crying? And yes, movie and game lover 98. Thomas tried and tried to still puff along the line, so instead of picking up his passengers, but he has to do what Annie and Clarabelle has to do. He has to pick up his passengers because if he doesn't, he'll get in trouble with Sir Topham Hatt.
But of course, there's another episode that we think but it's from the CGI series, and it's from the Nitrogen era, but we think that one's much better. It's from season 13 as well.
You know that episode, Thomas the Babysitter? That reminds me of the SpongeBob episode, A Day Without Tears. SpongeBob's obnoxious crying goes on for way too long. Same with all that glitters. This just goes to show you that when it becomes repetitive, the crying can be very annoying to sit through.
So, anyways, movie and game lover 98. Since Thomas realized he does not want to get in trouble with Sir Topham Hatt, he was forced to stop at every station and the level crossing, and he was forced to hear that baby crying. And then when he came back to Knapford, the baby started crying again. And yeah, Sir Topham Hatt tried to tickle the baby, but it wouldn't laugh. It was still crying. But luckily at the end, movie and game lover 98, I'm sorry if I'm rambling.
Oh, yeah.
My bad. I'm trying to hurry as fast as I could. Thomas had an idea, since he does not have no passengers aboard Annie and Clarabelle. He has an idea if he could give the baby and his mom and his mother a ride, so that way the baby would stop crying when Thomas puffs along the line without stopping. And so Thomas did. It was a good idea. Thomas puffed along the line without stopping, but he had to shush at his friends. He has to shush at Toby, who rang his bell, and Bertie, who honked his horn. And he told Bertie, "Shh, quiet, Bertie. The baby's asleep." And I think that's it for now. At the end, the baby stopped crying. Like, even if Thomas stops at Knapford Station. But, okay. But yeah, movie and game lover 98. I'm never ever watching Thomas the Babysitter again. So instead, should they put Helping Hero on this release?
Yes, just so that we could have almost all of season 19, but never had Thomas the Babysitter on DVD ever.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm very sorry I rambled about that bad episode, but I had to let you know about what's been going on at this episode. That was my bad, movie and game lover.
It's okay. Well, hopefully, we won't do it again,
But yeah, it really sucks indeed. Yeah, I really need to get Percy's Chocolate Crunch on VHS and DVD with Thomas, Percy, and the Squeak. But if I get to Middle Engine, I'll have to think of a better dialogue on Middle Engine to teach Brian Truman a lesson, even though Brian Truman is long gone now.
Yeah.
And one thing I've done is scolded Henry instead of Percy in Middle Engine. You have Henry get scolded by Sir Topham Hatt for pushing Percy into the loading ramp, since it was Henry's fault, not Percy's.
Yeah. But anyways, that's Double Ultimate Friendship Adventures. It was Extraordinary Engines.
This one I also watched about a year ago.
Yes, but we like the part in 3 Steam Engines Gruff better than that part in Tale of the Brave.
Oh yeah, 3 Steam Engines Gruff. Looks like Andrew Brenner improved the Tale of the Brave. Well, sort of. At least he did not make Percy act like a stupid, insane, psycho green caterpillar with red stripes.
Yeah, but
So I was
yeah,
like, yeah, I was like, all right, there you go, Andrew Brenner. Better a smash than a squash.
yeah, and also about extraordinary engines. Like this one, well, the episode called Henry in the Dark. Yeah, Henry in the Dark. Where
Henry in the Dark.
where Henry gets painted with glow in the dark paint.
Oh, I gotta find out who wrote Henry in the Dark. Come on. See. Oh, Lee Pressman. All right, Lee Pressman wrote Henry in the Dark.
Yeah, and they never made a wooden railway Henry in the Dark model at all. But they changed his color to a limeish green, I think. Yeah, and about the episode Hugo and the airship, where James tells out to Hugo he once saw a hot air balloon. That calls back to James and the red balloon from season 6.
My word.
Yeah. Next up to Journey Beyond Sodor.
Yeah, mine does not have a slipcover and it doesn't say all new movie, but I worry about that at the moment because I think it still has 2017 content. So, and this one I also watched about a year ago. And yes, I was so aware of the part where Frankie cried at the end of the movie. And what is strange, Frankie cried without tears? Like, how could she cry without tears?
Just like like how can Toddler Jr. cry in Scamp's Adventure because he misses Scamp? No tears came out of his eyes, but at least in Cassie and the Green-Eyed Dragon, when Cassie and Finn cry in different portions of the episodes, like Cassie cried when Finn landed on her castle. Finn landed on her castle. There were tears in her eyes, and then when Finn cries, I could see the tears coming out like that.
Yeah.
Mitchell the Go animator says it's not a bad movie. Oh, I think he's talking about the movie we're showing right now, Journey Beyond Sodor.
Yeah, Journey Beyond Sodor. Yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
I think it puts me in mind of MGM's The Wizard of Oz or Disney's Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, there were even some classic cartoons, like some episodes of the Flintstones. Some characters don't have tears when they're crying, and others do. Like, depending on the episode, of course. But that's beside the point.
Yeah. Okay, I understand what you're saying, Mitchell the Go animator in the live chat.
Oh yes, on Movie and Game Lover 98. Extraordinary Engines is the last Thomas DVD to have artwork on the disc, because after that, it shows some color discs. Well, for Tinsel on the Tracks, some reason, it's in for Tinsel on the Tracks and Ultimate Friendship Adventures. For some reason, they're in red. Their discs are red, but in my opinion, Movie and Game Lover 98, Tinsel on the Tracks would be a green disc, because, well, Christmas trees are green, and for Ultimate Friendship Adventures, it would have been yellow, because there might be some characters that are, well, I don't know if there's any characters that are yellow, but yeah, that's just my opinion.
Unless you counted Molly.
Well, I know Molly's yellow, and yeah, but we only saw Molly in the model era, and that's it. But yeah, it would be better if this one is a yellow disc. But for Christmas on Sodor, it's fine if it's a red disc. So oh yes, Journey Beyond Sodor. This one is almost dark a darkish kind of violet purple background. Well, this one's dark blue, just like those Bob the Builder DVDs. Tool Power and Dig Lift Hall.
Oh, yeah.
I have some Sesame Street. I have a Sesame Street DVD that also has a dark blue color.
I think it's 1, 2, 3. Count with me, the Sony Wonder copy, and Cinder Elmo too.
Yes, and I also wanted to tell you.
And there's also Hit Entertainment Children's Favorites. This one also has a dark blue or something like that.
Blue, but if you look carefully, if you look at the DVD disc art for kids' favorite songs, it's also blue.
Oh, Kids' Favorite Songs, the Sony Wonder copy. It's also dark blue too. Okay.
Yes. But this one's from Sony Wonder and obviously Sesame Workshop instead of Universal. And
All
right.
Yes, and I know why he's Cranky on the cover, but he, even though he's in the movie Cranky, but he's not in the Steelworks on the mainland, but he's in the movie technically.
But yeah, Cranky is on Soldor and he's at Brandon Docks.
Yes, in the opening sequence of the movie, he's there, Cranky. Yes, and I know how about Beresford the Crane. He always says the line, "Who goes there?" Kind of like, even though I hate Dora the Explorer now, he reminds me of the grumpy old troll from Dora the Explorer, or the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland asking Alice who she is. And I'm not going to even sing the grumpy old troll song from Dora the Explorer.
No, don't do that, Moving Game Lover. No.
Or I won't, but I'm saying, like, it reminds me of the parts in those things, but I think the caterpillar and Alice in Wonderland from Disney I remind of.
I gotta be honest. When I was very young, I used to watch a small portion of Dora the Explorer. I also did not like that one either.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, here's Christmas on Sodor, last DVD of 2017 overall. Because apparently Mattel Creations was running out of ideas.
Yeah, stuck to run out of ideas. Looks like Mattel is being like Thomas, like in Thomas and the Birthday Picnic. Thomas informs Sir Topham Hatt, "I've run out of ideas."
Then we will have to cancel the picnic.
Boom, Sir Topham Hatt.
It's too late.
Lunchtime has passed, and my mother, Dowager Hat, wants to go home.
Well, in Michael Brand's stuff, he just says, "My mother wants to go home."
Well, of course. I'll just say it for now. My mother wants to go home because lunchtime has already passed.
Nice one. And then, of course, when they notice that Thomas is back and he thinks nothing went right, and says, "Nothing went right," puffed Thomas sadly. "Don't worry, Pete Percy. I'm sure Sir Topham Hatt's mother enjoyed the cake."
The cake!
Gasped Thomas. "I steamed off before they could even load it. Now Sir Topham Hatt's mother won't be able to have her birthday cake." Thomas let out a great whoosh of steam. "Maybe, if I think hard enough, another idea will come," puffed Thomas. "Of course it will," Percy wanted to whistle cheerfully, but his whistle wasn't working. It was blocked with quarry dust.
Allow me to play those whistle sounds. "Blow hard, Percy, like this,"
said Gordon, and he let out a long, low note. "I find 2 toots better," said Emily. And she gave 2 high toots. No, slow and strong is always best," whistled Henry. And then back to Thomas's normal whistle, he thinks now, "That's it! That's it," Thomas tooted. "Our whistles!" The other engines were puzzled. Thomas beamed. I have another idea. Yeah. Yes, you only tossed the birthday picnic on Tales from the Tracks, not on Greatest Stories yet. But anyway,
Of course,
last one of Tom.
Of course, I don't have the greatest stories. Excuse me. Anyways, here's the last Thomas DVD, and it's Big World, Big Adventures.
Hey, Blubba.
The movie, which I don't know why I have this, even though it's low pitched in the actual movie, but the menus itself, they're normal pitch.
Even the special features too.
Seriously, for this very last Thomas TV, main one over all Mattel, you decide to make the actual program low pitch.
It's kind of opposite to the Railway Friends. Like the intro's low pitched, so is the engine roll call, the season 12 version, and the end credits. But luckily on High Speed Adventures, they put it back in normal pitch, and so is the engine roll call song. But they kept the end credits in low pitch still. Same with Team Up with Thomas. But Percy and the Bandstand, they finally put the end credits back in normal pitch. But so unfortunately, Holiday Express, they put the end credits back to low pitch. Like first Henry's Lucky Day, then Don't Tell Thomas, Thomas, Emily and the Snowplow, and Thomas's Frosty Friend.
At least with the classic series episode Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure, it was not in low pitch in the credits.
Same with Snow Engine.
Yeah.
But anyway, yep, that's all done with the mainstream Thomas releases. Now I'm going to show extra stuff like box sets and other hit favorites and samplers. Here's my Steam Engine Stories box set, which you showed.
Yeah, I showed it early, and it's already put away. Now I got to show you my 2 hit favorites DVDs, and after that, that's it. Here's Being a Friend. This one has Emily in the Garbage, which that's on Engine Friends.
Yep.
And last but not least is Awesome Adventures Volume 3, Thrills and Chills. This one has Halloween, Haunted Henry, and Duncan Gets Spooked.
What? Some classic series episodes on a hit favorites release? No way!
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
I didn't know there existed a thing like that until I looked it up online, and then tell you showed.
Yeah, and then now here's my Adventure on the Track 6 DVD set I get to show in the collection. Yeah, despite these DVD packaging have the new style hit and Lionsgate packaging on the images, they play like the originals. And look at this, one of the booklets from the extra booklet from Percy Saves the Day copy I had isn't here, because why not? Maybe I'll include when I get the other ones from the other copies.
So, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I only have 2 hit favorites DVDs, so I have got to get the others with some more Thomas episodes, and yeah.
Yeah. Wait, here's the Adventure Pack of all Season 12, because I showed the individual ones in the collection earlier, in the mainstream. Yep, like I said, this is staying in my collection, the Adventure Pack. It's not going away.
Some people actually considered Season 12 to be the worst season of Thomas and Friends.
Well, there are some Season 12 episodes that Movie and Game Lover 98 doesn't like. He does not like Best Friends, Saved You, Thomas and the Billboard, and The Man in the Hills. Well, for me, I don't like Thomas and the Billboard. Ugh.
Yeah. And now here's my hit favorites. I actually got 3 of them this time, because one of them was from the train convention. Your Springtime Fun. This first was purchased from Goodwill, but then I eventually found it at a Mega Replay store.
Yeah, and something. Even though the end credits and engine roll call were low pitched on DVD at the beginning of 2009, some hit entertainment DVDs had the hit entertainment logos theme in low pitch as early as 2008. It's included.
Yeah. Anyway, here's Frosty Friends. There we go. I almost forgot the title. Yes, it's Frosty Friends. It's Yeah, there. Frosty Friends.
Yes. Well, for Springtime Fun, it has Percy and the Magic Carpet, and for Frosty Friends, this one has Percy's new whistle, I think.
Yeah, and then here's Jolly Holly, which has Thomas's Tricky Tree. This released on the same day as.
There's another hit favorites DVD that also has Thomas's Tricky Tree.
Snow Days.
Yeah, Snow Days. That has that episode too. So.
Yeah, it even says like these episodes were previously. Look, it says Bob's White Christmas was previously on both the children's favorites, A Christmas Treasure, and Bob's White Christmas.
Yes, and for Barney and Friends, the winter episode is also on the Winter Wonderland DVD.
Which I don't have Winter Wonderland yet, but I want to find it. Alright. Now here's my one DVD sampler, The Fun with Thomas. And I guess I could show this, why not, the Play School Video Now Junior of Thomas's Rescue Adventures.
And Movie and Game Lover 98. I found out who wrote Rosie's Carnival Special. It's Andrew Feiner.
Andrew. Oh, it's a different Andrew. Andrew Feiner. Oh.
Yes,
I think it's
him. Yeah,
so
he wrote Rosie's Carnival Special, and so at least Michael Brandon did not use that gruff tone of voice on Sir Topham Hatt, which is better.
Okay, so this is a different Andrew writer, not Andrew Brenner, but a different Andrew. It's Andrew Feiner because it's pronounced F-Y-N-E-R.
No, it's no, not F, but it's V. V-I-N-N-E-R. Yeah, V-I-N-E-R. Oh, and also, for Caitlin Robrock, who voiced Minnie Mouse, I accidentally mispronounced her last name as Rob Rock, even though it's Robrock, not Rob Rock, but Robrock. Ah, silly me.
It's okay.
But Thomas actually succeeded Russi Taylor.
Yes, Flick of Love 2000 returns because, Caitlin Robrock, she had to take over to voice Minnie Mouse because Rusty Taylor passed away in 2019 because she had common cancer, which annoys me. I could tell you at this point, Movie and Game Lover, I usually do hate getting cancer. Like it's like a tumor that breaks out inside my body. It's got to stop. Like it really needs to stop breaking out inside people's bodies. Like stop it.
Well.
Anyways, here's my Thomas sampler DVD of Railway Adventures. Yeah, Railway Adventures, it came with that Take and Play Thomas up there.
Mm-hmm.
And the take-along DVD of Toss the Special Letter. That's the only take-along play scene DVD I have. All right. Now that means... Wow, I've been gone for 3 hours.
Wow!
Finally...
3 hours. Yeah, 3 flipping hours. Now, Movie and Game Lover 98, I don't know if I should show you new stuff I got, because...
Probably a bad idea, because it's past 10:33 in my state, but I guess I'll tell you guys... Important announcement.
It looks like I'm not going to be able to show what new stuff I got because it's.
Well.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to show you my new stuff. I'll have to show you what I got.
The surprise new things.
Yeah, probably in the next stream because.
Yeah.
Or
when the video comes out.
Because apparently we've been showing our Thomas and Friends stuff and. Yeah, it's been 3 whole hours, so looks like I do not have a chance. So I'll have to wait till probably when you do your next stream. So
because it's probably going to be showing off on Disney. Like I said, the next stream I'm going to do. Well, it's going to be in May, on May 15th. But it's going to be showing my Disney Home Media Collection, going from the RKO Radio Pictures logo era up to the Buena Vista era.
Okay, so.
All right.
7:30.
I'm going to join that stream on the 15th. I was looking at the May schedule, finding out what day will work and what day won't. May 15th, that works because I have a show just a week earlier, so I can still make it to your stream a week after the show.
Oh, okay. Yes. So May 15th, 7:30, my area.
Yeah,
That
and
Friday.
the show that I have is a week earlier on the 8th.
Yeah. So, yep. May 15th, it will be my Disney Home Media Collection stream going from the RKO Radio Pictures logo era and Bona Vista era.
All right. Well,
Well,
I will catch you later. I gotta go eat dinner. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm going to.
I should have let you go. Oops. Well, you go and have your dinner.
All right. Well, I will catch you in your next stream. Bye.
Yeah. See ya.
See if Wicked Lover 2000 returns.
All right. So I think I'll just address something because we don't have time to show your thing, Shakeborn. I'll just address this next stream is Disney Home Media Collection stream going through the Bona Vista, the RKO Radio Pictures logo era and the Bona Vista era logo era. Yeah. And I guess we could end off the stream with an impression in about a few. Well, I guess to end it off, I'll just do one fast impression.
I'll do a voice impression for you if you don't mind.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good one, a very good, awesome one.
All right. So, if I could, so let's see. I think I. Oh yes, I think I got it. Goodbye, called Toby. You'll manage now, I expect. Mavis didn't answer. She took the cars to the sheds and scuttled home to the quarry as quickly as she could.
Yeah. I know what it is. The debut episode, Mavis.
Yep, on Trust Thomas and New Friends for Thomas.
No. 10 years of Thomas.
I mean, not. Whoa. I forgot. Yeah, the Mavis's debut episode. It's on Trust Thomas, and not only that, it's also on 10 Years of Thomas. So, yeah, 2 Thomas releases with Mavis's debut episode.
Yeah.
And yes, Movie and Game Lover 98. I hope you did not hear. No music or something like that, but you can hear Toby's bell sound since when? Season 2, like this.
Yeah.
Like this. Oh, I think it's cut out a bit. Man, this is hard for me to play sound effects while I'm holding my things at the same time. Okay. Yep, ding ding, and you can hear us chopping but at least I buried the background music with my voice, so. And fun fact, Movie and Game Lover 98, that Mavis episode, This is the last time we get to hear the start of end credits, the Thomas and Friends theme song since seasons 1 and 2. So.
Yeah, it is the very last one they did that.
And yes, the Thomas Friends theme song, it is the classic series from seasons 1 and season 7, and it's the end credits one, but it's the start of one, and this is the last time we get to hear it was the Mavis episode. Anyways, well, I better go put my stuff away. So.
Yep.
So, I'll probably let you go for now. I'll let you go, and I'll see you in the next stream about next month. So, showing some Disney stuff and
Disney. Yep.
And hopefully for sure, if I get around time, I'll show you what new stuff I got over the months. So
Yeah.
Since honestly I did not have time for today, so I'll let you go for now. So see you in the next live stream next month, movie and game lover.
Yep. You too, Jake Martin.
And me too, Toby the trim engine. That's me. Oh, and Toby fell. Sorry, Toby. I better get going. See ya.
See ya. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this very long stream showing off my Thomas Home Media collection. Absolutely every copy I have for now, at least with friends. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and stick around for the next stream on May 15th at 7:30 p.m. my state, showing Disney Home Media, where we'll go from the RKO Radio Pictures logo era to the Buena Vista logo era. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and stick around for that stream coming out very soon. As for now, to say goodbye for now, have a really useful day, everyone, and have really useful time as always. Have a choo-choo day, or a really useful day, and of course, I'll say this, bye for now. And stick around for the stream, Disney Home Media Collection Stream Part 1, 2026 edition.